This is one of the most accurate things I've ever written down. Ever in my life written down.
Oh boy.
This is, if you know what I'm talking about, you're going to know that this is true and just a great observation.
Okay.
If a girl has knuckles that are wider than her fingers.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. It's the COVID edition. It finally happened.
I'm glad it happened, man. I thought I was getting immune. I was sure I was immune.
I don't know how I still don't have it, but Johnny COVID got that cocoa. And
bro, it sucks. I'm gonna be honest with you, it sucks.
breaking news, you heard it here first. The coronavirus, quote, sucks.
It's not fun, man. Today marks the 7th day I've been sick.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what they've been saying for a couple of years, huh? Turns out they were pretty true. It's pretty real.
I had the flu. I had the hardcore flu. I slept for 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
I mean, not straight. That's crazy, but you know what I mean. I didn't get out of bed. I was pretty much unconscious for about 24 hours straight. It's like if I could speak for Omicron, I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't speak Greek.
COVID brain. There it is. COVID brain.
Yeah, foggy ass COVID brain. Oh, it's like a Wonka candy where it just keeps turning into new flavors. Yeah, I've had all kinds of illnesses.
Changes.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
I've had the flu. It all started last Tuesday when I put on a sweater. And I thought I wasn't sick. I thought I just put on a sweater, and that's what was wrong with me. Because you know when you put on a sweater and you get that scratchy throat, and sweater people know what I'm talking about. You take a sweater out of the closet. It's been in there for a year. You haven't worn it about a year. You wear sweaters I probably have 30 sweaters. I wear a sweater 4 times. It's always a different sweater. They get a lot of dust on them is what I'm saying about sweaters. Dusty things. And
so you're wearing dirty clothes. Okay.
It's a dusty, yeah. And then you get you got a scratchy throat when you put on a sweater. He's it's all dusty, you have an allergic reaction. This is what sweater wearers deal with every day. And
take your word for it, you disgusting filth monger.
The fucking I thought I had a sweater throat going on. And then after that I had
sweater throat, not a thing.
Yeah, no, sweater throat's a thing. People know about it. And
Can I do another live in recording poll? Is sweater throat a thing?
People won't know what I'm talking. People won't know what that means. But if they hear what I'm talking about now, they'll know what it means. You kind of, if you're wearing a sweater, you're just kind of sitting there all night pretending you're not fucking miserable.
Bro, that is disgusting. If you wear sweaters that are so old and dusty, it chokes your air supply. You're disgusting.
No, that's just what happens. If you don't wear clothes for a year, they get dusty.
Yeah.
That's not dirty. That's just what happens with clothes.
I don't know. Can't you beat it out like an old dirty?
I mean, sure. If I was in the Lower East Side in 1872, I guess I could go beat the dust out of it. But I'm sure there are ways people do it. I just fucking put it on.
Okay. So you thought you had a dirty sweater on, but it turned out to be the worldwide pandemic.
It turned out to be COVID. But honestly, the worst part of COVID is having to talk to other people who've had COVID.
Can I tell you what the worst part of COVID is? Everybody thinking that they need to document their COVID experience. Because it's, we know now. We get it, Everyone's day 2, day 3, here's what happened day 4, here's what happened day 5. Don't care anymore.
The worst part is talking to someone who's had it, because that ends up.
Is it a who had it worse?
No. I don't know why scientists are even trying to beat COVID, because all of your friends have already beat it. They already know what to do. The
Everyone's a doctor. Everyone's a scientist and a
so the
virologist.
second I got COVID, I had people reaching out to me. You know, have you heard of fluids?
Yeah, right. Get some vitamin C in you.
You're gonna want to have a lot of fluids. You're gonna want a lot of vitamin D. What about zinc? You taking zinc?
Zinc.
Like yeah, dude, guess what I did? I laid in bed for 3 days. Whenever I was conscious, I ate Sour Patch Kids. I'm not gonna start telling people that's the fucking move.
Yeah.
That's just what happened while I was sick for a few days.
Yeah, no, I'm over it. Don't care to hear your story anymore. Also, just resign to the fact the whole world is gonna get it. We've gone bad shit. It's like, and now people are like complaining if you're vaccinated or not. Like we've proven if you have the vaccine or don't have the vaccine, you can get the fucking disease all the same. So nothing matters anymore.
Say this.
Get it so that you don't fucking die. Get the vaccine so that when you do get it, you don't need to be on a ventilator and you just get sick for a few days and eat some Sour Patch Kids. But other than that, the spread is going to be the spread, dog. It just is how it's going to go.
I'll say this: the house I was staying in, which is
wait, let's talk about that, because I'll tell you what the worst part of getting COVID is from a person who hasn't had it yet. I feel like even still, and maybe it's going to soften a little bit because of this like outbreak, because it's been fucking crazy, like everyone's gotten it. I feel like getting it and telling people is still super embarrassing. Like COVID became the new STD, and you had to reach out and contact trace and tell people. And you're lucky if you reached out to the podcast squad and it's like, okay, we're around John every day. But if you went on a date or you saw someone you don't usually see, or you had a guest, it's bad enough. Going away for the weekend with several friends and their children and ruining their time has got to be the all-time worst place to get COVID.
There is. I also gave it to my mother, by the way. I
feel like fair play. Like like you left me alone on Christmas and you let that.
She's thrilled. She didn't even do math. She just canceled the Christmas right away.
I see that. That's like a blessing in disguise.
Didn't even consider being like, well, how many days? And she's like, all right, Christmas.
Right. Let me do the math. Yeah. Carry the one. Will I be ready for Christmas Eve? You know what? Fuck it. I'll see you in February.
Yeah, Christmas is over. It does suck. It sucks. You very much feel like a leper, because everything I've done, you go about being like, I get it. Like, well, I'm following protocols, but I'm not gonna just stay in my house. Like I'm gonna go out, and there's a chance I get it. So you never really care personally. But then once you do like get it, you are kind of like, I'm kind of a piece of shit. Like particularly with like children in the house. And I mean, all of my friends did not like they were obviously they're like, don't worry. I apologized so many times, like to the point where it's definitely I was annoying for apologizing so often. But
but don't know.
Sorry.
They hate you. They hate you. They definitely. I don't know if I've been talking to the mic this whole time or not. They definitely are being polite. But when they went to their own rooms and locked the leper away in the dungeon, they were definitely like, yo, fuck John. Fuck that guy.
It was. I mean, honestly, the thing is, you could have done that and been like pretty fair 1,000 times over the last 2 years, 1 billion times. You can make the argument I was irresponsible about something 1 million times.
Yeah.
This is the one time I actually tried. I didn't go out. I was gonna go to Eric D'Alessandro. I was gonna go see his comedy show on Saturday. I didn't go. I sent him a DM. I was like, look, man, I'm just trying to get out of Dodge on Tuesday. Like I'm just laying low until then. I got a COVID test on Monday to make sure I was negative. I was negative. Got out there Tuesday, sick as a dog.
We got the text from John. Update, super positive for COVID. Super duper positive.
It was, bro. The at-home test, it's like, look, make sure you look really close. Even a faint pink line means it. My shit was fucking burgundy.
Bright red. Well, the initial negatives, it turns out when you pack your nostrils with tobacco, it might have an effect on the nostril swab. Just for the, there's one PSA I think we can safely put out there. If you have drugs or tobacco or foreign substances in your nose where you need to get like a test of the mucus or whatever, it's gonna fuck with the test.
Well, who'd have thunk it? I mean, the fucking the snuff has my bacteria on it. Why wouldn't the snuff just act as the middleman and be like, hey, here's what the mucus said.
Imagine if snuff was the answer or something, and like they ran the tests. Like, I mean, I guess at home you wouldn't notice it, but imagine you got a test at like the lab and they were like, wait a minute, like this snuff seems to be like attacking the virus, and everybody across the world just blasting off with their snuff.
Everyone should be doing snuff. It's really fun.
Can I tell you something right now?
What?
Change the gears for a second. I don't know whether we should do this or not, but for our loyal fans who are watching today's episode on the YouTube, behind John's left shoulder is his microwave, and it is blinking.
Oh.
And it's probably dry. No, I think we maybe let it be and just drive people insane.
that does drive me crazy because I can see it from when I sit on the couch. I can watch the TV. It does that. Oh wait, no, I stopped it early. Never mind. I was gonna say it does that even if you let it run all the way, but I stopped it early.
What do you think? Do you think we ruined their experience? Because there's some people who are probably like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
Let it go.
Yeah, fuck them. Today's episode is brought to you by Hellofresh. So the question is, are you still gonna rattle them pots and pans over the holiday season and cook up those Hellofresh meals while you are sick at home, Johnny boy? Because I know you need some fresh greens.
Oh, you know what?
What?
It's Monday. That means my HelloFresh is here. So I'm going to go get it real quick.
Okay. I'll tell the people about the deal they can get. So if you don't know, HelloFresh is the #1 at-home meal kit company, meaning they send you a box with like dry ice. Everything comes refrigerated, pre-packaged, pre-portioned with all the food, all the raw materials, all the ingredients. It comes with the recipe cards and the instructions. So you know, all right, I'm gonna throw the chicken in. Let me check. All right, I'm gonna put it on, 425 for 30 minutes. I'm gonna pour this little bag in, that little bag in, this little jar in, boom, 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 done. No, you don't have to have any skills. You don't have to know how to be a chef. You don't have to know how to cook. None of that. It's all, it's basically dummy proof. It's idiot proof, because if a guy like Feitelberg can master it, then anybody can become a gourmet chef with HelloFresh. Now, not only is it fresh, not only will you save money because you're not ordering out, not only do you get some healthy, fresh food in you instead of, ordering, fatty takeout food. Not only do you learn how to cook, but on top of all of it, the best thing of all is the deal that they offer. It started at 10, and then they gave us 12, and now we are at 14 free meals, which is actually like 28 because it's 14 meals, but it's for 2 people. So 28 portions, plus, if that's not enough, 3 free gifts. Now, I'm sure some people are thinking like, what is it? Just like, grilled chicken and like rice? Oh, no. We're talking about balsamic and fig beef tenderloin. We're talking about pecan crusted salmon. Oh,
what?
You talking
about what?
We're talking about what we got here.
Cheap pan walnut crusted salmon, baby. Got that this week.
Woo, mama. We're talking chicken sausage and sweet potato soup. What's that?
Got some 1-pan Santa Fe pork tacos.
Sure.
Sweet honey Dijon chicken.
Dijon, he says.
I'm eating good. I'm eating good this week.
Listen, they got soup for cold winter nights. They've got desserts for the sweet tooth, and they got you covered. So especially if you're locked up at home, or it's getting too cold, or you're cooking for the holidays, go to HelloFresh.com/KFC14, KFC14, and then use code KFC14 to get the 14 free meals. I mean, I feel ridiculous saying that. And the 3 free gifts. I don't even know what the gifts are, but they're straight from Santa Claus. So they've got 50 menu items. So choose from them all. HelloFresh.com/KFC14. Use promo code KFC14. Before we really dive into everything, because we got 2 interviews, we're gonna do Am I the Asshole and top 5s, because today is our 1 episode for the week, because we're gonna take off for Christmas. I gotta give a shout out. Let me grab him real quick. John, I know this is something you haven't done yet. I know you've probably seen it on the internet, but I just want to give a shout out to all my peoples doing the Elf on the Shelf. I keep saying HelloFresh. This thing, Elf on a Shelf, is worse than COVID. This was a disease. This is a virus that was man-made, and we unleashed it on the world, and now you can't put it back in the fucking tube. They made this in Wuhan, and they unleashed it upon the planet, and now we can't stop it, and it just ruins every single night of the holiday season because you can't not do it. And John, so most people, I don't want to say most people, but we started it Thanksgiving. So after Thanksgiving, the holiday season starts. And so for every night, you got to hide this little fucker. And I don't know about everybody again, but we do notes. So this guy, we named him Jingle Jangle. And so Jingle Jangle, little motherfucker, he writes notes to the kids every single night. And when you're like 30 nights deep, it's starting to get like, I don't know.
Notes?
Yeah, notes, John. Like, hey, hey, Shay, I saw you at dance class yesterday. Like, you were really being polite. And Keegan, I saw when you were hitting your sister, Santa's watching. So make sure that you don't blah, 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 blah.
I think you shouldn't do that.
No, you shouldn't, because once you start, you can't fucking stop. And
but that's creepy. Your children have a stalker?
I would categorize it more as a peeping Tom watcher. You have a watcher that is basically a spy reporting back to Santa Claus. It actually works really well. I'll be like, yo, Jingle Jangle's watching, and they like stop right away. Like, he's gonna tell Santa Claus, like, oh, I'm sorry. But bro, when
parents, this is what I thought the Elf on the Shelf was like a decoration. Parents create an imaginary stalker for their child. What is wrong with you people?
Because once you start, because it is an effective tool, but eventually the benefits do not outweigh the bullshit you got to deal with. And as a divorced dad, like, I only have him a few nights a week, so it's half the problem. If you're at home all the time, 7 days a week doing this shit, you've done it like 30 fucking times, and it's gotten to the point where we started. I don't know if this was a good idea or a bad idea, but we started doing jokes, like Christmas jokes, like knock knock and this and that. And now we're at the bottom of the barrel on that one. You know what fucking yesterday's was? How do you get inside of a reindeer's house? You ring the deer bell. Like, this joke fucking sucks. John, let me read you. John, that was like the best that I still had. Like, some of them were like, what does Santa name his dog? His puppy?
Rudolph.
Santa Paws. It's like, okay, whatever. Some of them don't make any like, there's not even like a pun that really can be like, oh, I see what they were doing with that. It's just like, no, these are just dumb statements. Christmas knock knock jokes. Let me read some of them. Knock knock.
Who's that?
Donut.
Donut who?
Donut open until Christmas. That's not a fucking joke. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Mary.
Mary Magdalene? Come on in, suck my dick.
Merry Christmas. Like, what? Oh, here's one. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Wayne.
Wayne Gretzky?
Wayne in a manger. That's
Wayne?
not a fucking joke.
Wayne in a manger?
It's supposed to be like away in a manger. Away in a manger. Wayne in a manger. It's like,
where are these jokes provided to you and by whom?
No, I just Googled like Christmas knock knock jokes, Christmas jokes for children, and they're just like, this has to be the worst. Who's there? Hannah. Hannah who? Hannah Partridge in a pear tree. It's like,
no, it's a good one.
of course you like that.
I like that one. That one's Hannah Partridge. I like that one.
Holly. Knock knock. Who's there? Holly. Holly who? Holly up already. And elf me. Holly up.
Elf me in the ass.
Holly up already and elf me wrap this. They're just replacing, like, elf replaces the word help. What? That's not a joke. Elf me wrap this present. That doesn't even sound like help.
Elf my face.
These are just knock knock. Who's there? Dick. Dick who? Dick in your ass. Fucking jingle jangle. So this is how fucking stupid it gets. Caitlin got a new one this season and she got a black one. So she has a black fucking elf. And I went over their house like when this all started. And I was like, you have a fucking black one? I have the white one. What are we going to do here? So I was trying to keep up that they were the same one. And then Shay was like, no, that's a different one. He has a different skin color. Then Caitlin
are the kids so confused when he uses the N-word in his letter?
Yeah, imagine that. Like,
Kevin Caitlin typed those ones. He's like, I'm in enough trouble.
Y'all ninjas better be good for Christmas, okay? So then she also buys him pajamas, because now you're getting accessories for the fucking elf, John. So then Shay says to me, why doesn't Jingle Jangle have any clothes? This is one pair of clothes, all right? Just shut the fuck up, man. This thing is a catastrophe. And this is worse than dope sick. This is worse than the opium epidemic, the opioid epidemic. They need to investigate the people who invented Elf on the goddamn show. But I just shout out to the parents who do it, because your kids love it. And my kids every morning are like, they love it and they think it's funny and they take it seriously and they can't get it. But I wake up sometimes in the morning realizing I forgot it and I got to scramble and hope to God I can get a note written and hide this thing before they realize, because they wake up all like out of it. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like throwing the thing, just, scribbling on the paper. Shay's old enough now to be like, that's like, there's like 2 lines written on the note. And I start freestyling. I start just making shit up. And she's like, did the note really say that? I'm like, fuck, this kid's going to know that Santa's not real because dad forgot to put out the elf one night. God damn it. But to every parent who remembers, to every parent who does it, you're at the finish line. Cheers to you. And
can you
fuck
just,
this little elf.
do it next year?
I'm hoping they're getting old enough where we can be like, he has to go to the little babies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I have a solve for you there on the note, though. If you have to keep doing the note, next year do one note that's about 30 words, and then they get 1 word a day. They have to puzzle it together.
Ooh, that sounds like something I'll make you do for me next year. That sounds good. Next year, I'm gonna do I'll do the Jersey Shore note. I'm gonna be like, Dear Shay and Keegan, last night at Karma, Ronnie was they'd be like, what does this even mean? It's like, time for you to learn, kids. So we're almost there. Finish line is within sight. Finish up your elf game strong.
Speaking of Christmas, because of the COVID, I will be alone on Christmas again this year. We are doing I am doing a 24-hour Christmas alone live stream.
Alone on Christmas. This is without a doubt the most depressing thing we have ever done. You've done alone on the Super Bowl. You have been alone on Christmas as a child, but
twice, by the way.
Twice, yes.
This is my 3rd time having a rather serious illness on Christmas.
That will die on Christmas.
Huh?
One day you will die on Christmas.
Yeah, 2021.
I can't wait till it's like, what was it? It's like, well, there was the appendix the one year and E. coli the other year, and
E. coli first. It's getting worse.
Right.
E. coli, then appendicitis, then I don't know. I would guess COVID has the highest kill rate of all 3.
Probably. And then the 4th one's going to be like, well, he was hanging in the closet on the 4th one when he was alone. So yeah, there's not going to be a 5th.
But it's going to be subscriber only. I think can only watch it or only comment.
Well, no, yeah, we're gonna have comment. We're gonna talk it up. We'll chop it up. You can come in and out throughout the 24 hours, and you can leave comments to John. You can tell him to do things. I would imagine it's gonna over the 24 hours. The comment section will start to get pretty creative and fun. I can see you playing like rock paper scissors virtually through the comment section or something's gonna come out of this. But you got to be a subscriber in order for John to see your comments. So go to the YouTube page, KFC Radio, download, click the subscribe button. And so you can celebrate the most depressing Christmas of all time. But low key, are you excited?
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, like this is something like in your station of life. Like if I couldn't see my kids on Christmas, I don't know. I was thinking about this because I was really pretty sure I was gonna get COVID, and my whole thing is like, I get very guilty if I'm not around my kids, especially being like a single dad. But if I have a reason that I can't be and it's like out of my control, I'm like, well, okay, see you next time. See you in 2 weeks, kids. I'm gonna go have fun by my fucking self now. As long as I'm not
gonna
really
see my family. We just pushed Christmas to like, I think like the 26th, 27th.
That's the other thing. Just pick a different day.
Yeah.
Doesn't fucking matter, you know?
I mean, I don't know if we pushed Christmas, but like, you know, they're all gonna do Christmas, but like
you'll just see them when you see them.
I will see them all. I'm flying from Boston to Arizona anyway, so I'm going up there. I'll go up there probably. I'll probably go there 27 or something like that.
People get so bent out of shape about dates. Let me tell you something. You're a little upset that you can't celebrate Christmas on the 25th of December. Guess when Christmas actually is? It's in fucking April. Okay. We moved the date by a matter of months and years to just pick a new Christmas. So you can just pick one a couple days later too. Don't get all bent out of shape about it. It's like all of these things, or the people who go out, you know, when the reservations are hard to get and the prices are twice as much for Valentine's Day. Just do it on February 15, 16, 17. Do it before, do it after. Make up your own fucking dates. I wanted to move Shay's birthday. Remember that? Her birthday was on the 12th, and I posted. I said happy birthday. And I got a few comments being like, the real one knows her birthday is on June 12th. Because you know, who cares? Dates are made up. All this shit is a social construct. It's made up.
The one thing I'm very concerned about during this live stream is and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna definitely do it because I'm gonna say it now. I was gonna maybe just skip it for a day or whatever, but like I've been exercising because I'm stuck in the house. I'm concerned about exercising on a live stream.
Wait, you're gonna exercise?
Yeah.
Why?
That's what I do during the day.
Oh, so you're gonna do like your full regular day, no matter, like just a day in the life of John.
I mean, there will be heavy times where I'm just gonna be on the computer, but yeah, I mean, 24 hours straight, there's gonna be some me time.
That's what my next question is.
Oh, you mean masturbate?
Yeah, the me time. Like, are we gonna you know what you should do is just put the computer outside the door, like a dog. Like when you lock the dog outside for sex, just lock the computer outside for masturbation.
Yeah,
that's gonna be so funny. Okay, 24 hours of John. It's like, forget about A Christmas Story. 24 hours of depressed John Feitelberg is gonna blow this out of the water. But if you could be so kind as to maybe alert us when self-care is coming, because I think it'll be very funny to be like John, like the comment section at 6 o'clock when John's masturbating is going to be hilarious. And it's like, how long's he been in there? It's been a few minutes, like that. Or maybe we even do like a second screen sort of thing. If we could somehow, you know, if you could post if you get on your phone and you can drop in the comments what you're masturbating to. You too can masturbate alongside John Feitelberg if you subscribe to the YouTube.
I can tell you what it is right now. Probably it's Luna Star.
You want a Luna Star kick?
Yeah.
I'm on, so we did the Pornhub statistics last episode, and one of the top amateur couples is The Story of Us, which I mentioned. I was like, oh, The Story of Us, you got to watch it. I had mixed them up. I went and watched The Story of Us. John, this guy, you haven't seen it, have you?
No.
Bro, one of the funniest comments I've ever seen. The top comment just said, there he goes again, pissing all that cum. And I was like, what does that mean? John, this guy pisses cum. It doesn't shoot. It's a stream of cum. And he comes like 5 times per cum. Like he has like a grand orgasm that has 5 different cums. And part of it is just pissing. And a lot of people are like, all right, this N-word just straight up isn't human, right? Like, it is bizarre. It is bizarre, John. So if I may recommend that for your during your 24 hours. But Luna Star, what's that about?
I don't know, man. I was in bed with COVID, and I just kind of popped on the old PH, and there was one of hers on the front page, and it struck me because it's funny. I actually wrote it down because it's kind of how a lot of new porn is titled. Not a lot, but like a lot of like the individually shot from the professionals, but they're amateur videos, if that makes sense.
Okay.
A lot of times it'll just be like blank versus blank. Like it's like a heavyweight fight now. You know what I mean? Like it used to be like big anal asses 9. This was just like Luna Star versus Ricky.
Who's gonna come out on top?
I fucking love that. Dude, big title fights don't need a tagline. It's just fucking Mayweather Pacquiao, baby. That's it.
Yo, I had a moment, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be like alone on this, but I'm interested to get your take. I thought just now, like we've joked about the step porn for a long time, right? But I just recently thought about whether or not I would fuck my stepsister. Because when I think of step porn, I keep thinking of stepmom. And I do think that's kind of weird to fuck your stepmom.
Yeah, you're crossing the line.
But I think I would fuck my stepsister.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right? Like, okay.
It depends. It depends on age. Like if we met when we were 2, no. But like if I met and I'm like 17.
Well, wait. When you cut out there, when would you say no? What age?
Like if we grew up together.
Right. Okay, agreed. But if I was 17, but also if I was like 28, 30.
Oh, I mean, well, in those cases, obviously, that's not even your stepsister. That's just like a fucking. If you didn't live with this person, they're not related to you at all. That's not even your step, whatever.
Totally on. That's exactly what. If you
I have friends who have like their parents got divorced and remarried later in life, and like they were 30 and got like a 30-year-old brother. They don't call it their stepbrother. That's Tom. You know.
Yeah, and that's fair game to fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be, a mess. It's gonna be problematic, but like we're only human. Like
that's
Bobby.
I didn't even know that was ever someone was debating. Oh,
well, that's what I wonder because I just always thought about the mom thing and never really the sister thing. Like Bobby is not fucking Marsha Brady. You know what I mean? Like those kids grew up together. They basically are like siblings. But if you're a teenager, if you're of age, if you're an adult and you're in your 20s or whatever, and dad happens to bring home a fucking rocket who's just gonna like be in the house and around and stuff, I'm gonna fuck her. Sorry, dad. Like, I don't know. Don't bring that ass around me. You got a hot new wife and she's got a hot daughter with her. Well, hey, we all win. That's just the fact. It's just how it's going. So it was inspired by, I saw this fucking thumbnail. It said like my stepsister with a big fat ass. And I was like, I mean, I would have to fuck that. I would have to fuck that.
It's easy. I don't think this was never a question for me. I guess I never really thought about it because I never had to. Yeah.
But do you think that we're the perverts? Like, you think if we put this to a poll that most people would say, no, I won't fuck my step sibling?
No, I think most people would. Again, it's if you're an adult.
Human nature.
You just like, that's just a person in your life. They have literally no relation to you.
Now, are you allowed to like date them though?
You're allowed to.
You're allowed to, but yes, you're like legally allowed to, but like socially, are you allowed to?
I think it depends on who you are, who you two are as people, and what you look like everything in life. Because if you're two ugly people, and if you're two ugly weird people, it's creepy.
But also, isn't it kind of nice?
And, like gregarious people, then it's a funny, cute, like little story.
Yes, but also if you're ugly and gross, isn't that almost like 2 birds with 1 stone for your mom and dad? Like I have a daughter, you have a son. No one was ever gonna like marry them or fuck them. They're weird, they're gross.
Who
and
cares?
Now,
dude, if my parents are getting married so I can get someone, like fucking leave me out of this, you weirdos.
But if it's just a little bonus for them.
I guess, yeah, that could work. No, never mind. Don't bring me up in your fucking wedding bed. I don't need to know. Have anything to do with you and your dick and your penis and your vagina and all that shit. Leave me out of it.
Oh, now you're a Puritan. Now you're a big prude, huh?
I absolutely am. Yes. when it comes to what reason my parents fuck for, it better not be me.
What? Oh, also, we are doing a KFC Radio Secret Santa, but we have to push that back because of we don't want to give the presents virtually. That doesn't have the same effect. So for everybody else who has to push their Christmas back, you can go ahead and push your KFC Radio Secret Santa back. We can do it all at the same time if you want. So we all drew our names. We all have our person. We all got to get our gifts. So we'll do that on the vlog. I say we do that on the vlog. Every week, Pabs has been putting out the behind the scenes KFC Radio vlog, which is all very funny stuff. Like it truly, I said this when we were talking about the Always Sunny guys, because Mac and Glenn and Rob, Glenn and Charlie have a podcast now. And did you listen to the episode I told you about? I didn't listen to the whole thing. I just like the part about Rathbones. There's one part of it that's so goddamn funny and so like it's just weird thinking about it in terms of things that like people would probably think it's weird that I would say this to someone I work with, but they're talking about Charlie's telling a story and he's talking about this actress who worked with them years and years and years ago. And he's like, it's Judy Drench or whatever her name. I don't know why that's name, but that's not the name. But you know what I mean? Yeah. And Judy Drench would be a good porn star name. Yeah. And it was like, you remember her? She played the piano in so-and-so episode. And Glenn's like, yeah. You know what else she plays? My mother in AP Bio. But you wouldn't know that because you haven't watched the show, have you? And Charlie like doesn't even flinch. He just goes, yeah, no. And yeah, I'm not watching that shit. Like, no, I haven't watched your fucking show, dude. That's fucking hilarious to think about. Yeah. Because I don't read your blog. I don't listen to your podcast. Like, but when it's like, Glenn like was so proud of AP Bio and we saved it by getting Hulu to stream it and all that shit. He wanted everyone to watch it. And like Charlie Day didn't. He was like, no. And he wasn't like, oh no. He was just like, yeah, no. And like I would do that to someone and people would know because we don't really listen to each other's shows and stuff like that. Right. So like I'd be like, yeah, no, I didn't listen to that, dude. And it would be fine because like we're like friends and also like whatever you call it. I don't know, equals, I guess, in a sense. Not totally, but in a sense. Yeah. And then that they're such a level above me where I'm like, that's crazy. Like you wouldn't fuck as your boy. But like, yeah, I would do that. Again, I haven't listened to that show, dude. Yeah, no, I don't subscribe to your fucking channel. Are you fucking nuts? I barely subscribe to my own shit. Get out. When I go home, I watch Netflix, dude. Yeah, I'm not watching your dumbass show. I could not believe I found out for all my New York City people that Charlie Day worked at Rathbones, and theoretically he's like a little bit older, but not much older. Like we probably missed each other by not too much, right? Yeah, he's a little. I would say I'd say he's probably 8 or 9 years older than you. But that's what I mean. If he was like at my youngest, if he was I guess you bar back when you're pretty young. But the thought that Charlie Day, think about that, because so many, almost everybody, every actor, comedian, entertainer, singer, whatever, bartends, waitresses, bar backs before that, right? Yeah. So like. And if you live in these cities, you live in LA, you live in New York, there's a chance that like some guy collecting your empty bottles, some dude with the trash can full of ice was, like people were next to Charlie Day at Rathbones on St. Patrick's Day that year, having no idea that they were next to one of the funniest people alive. And they were probably like, here, take my empty, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here. That is great. All those people at one point have been like, dumpster people living, shitty jobs with managers, talking shit about them and belittling them. And they're the ones who made it. And eventually we're like, yeah, well, I'm the funniest fucking show writer in the world. But that thought of Charlie at Rathbones for 20 to the story, I don't want to spoil all of it, but he says he bar backed at Rathbones. He worked at St. Patrick's Day. They didn't give him any money of any of the tips. And he said he wanted to throw a brick through the window of Rathbones, which would have been amazing. When Glenn's like, oh, so you're going to take down the whole organization. Yeah. Love it, man. That is That's one podcast that. Oh, and the reason I was saying it, why was I saying it? Oh, because I tweeted that they shouldn't be allowed to have a podcast, much like Whitney Cummings, and now I see Taylor Tomlinson starting a podcast. These people who are already wildly successful should not be allowed to start podcasts because it's for the non-talented people. Podcasting is for those who can't do, they podcast, you know? And so those guys can't just start and have this awesome podcast with an awesome hook where they talk about every episode for like 5 minutes and then they talk about whatever they want, you know? Yeah. And take all of our advertisers and downloads and all that shit. And John tweeted back at them saying, okay, well, we're going to have to go make an award-winning, or not award-winning, unfortunately for them, but, you know, we're going to have to make a great scripted sitcom. And I really think that, like, our little KFC Radio family and the Barstool setup is perfect for the next, like, great comedy, because it's so fucking unique and so stupid with so many absurd storylines where it's like fact is stranger than fiction, that we would be like perfect to do that. To if anybody had any talent, if anybody can do it, holler at us, because we could be the next Always Sunny if we didn't. If we weren't
someone else write it and start it for us. Yeah,
we just need someone else to do it.
I do have a movie tagline that after you guys were tweeting that. All right, so hosts of a floundering dating advice podcast who have been secretly dating break up on air, which causes their podcast to become a mainstream success. So they have to figure out, do they stay together?
So it's a guy and a girl.
Guy and a girl, yeah.
And they have a popular podcast, but then they break up on the air, and now it gets like 1 million downloads.
Their producer puts it out, it goes super viral. They start getting advertisers contacting them, and I'm going to steal your line. Just call it "Save It for the Show."
I don't hate it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Put that one up with our other rom-coms. That's a fucking great one.
That's on the rom-com list.
Holy. We got to start writing movies, man. One of these.
By the end of this year, like next year, my goal is we have one like fully made. We're trying to sell a script or something. Like,
that's some good ideas. Well, let's just make it a gay couple so me and John can play ourselves.
There you go.
Yeah, right. we play hyper masculine versions of ourselves, but we're gay. I like that. Like, we're way more manly than we actually are, but we're also literally gayer. The before we move on, I want to do a quick run through the notebook.
Oh, wait, one last thing I want to say. I also, don't hold me to this because it sounds like it's a decent amount of work, but I am going to give out KFC Radio 2021 awards to everybody on the show.
Okay.
I'm going to come up with a couple categories. And there's going to be a couple like good ones and a couple bad ones, like the Razzies, like worst moments. So there'll be like best moment on the podcast, best this, best this member, best that member, but also like worst fuck up and worst whatever. Like for the team, not like the guests and shit. I'm not going to be like that person sucked.
Right.
For us.
Okay.
But maybe not, because that's a lot of, like I said, a lot of work.
The notebook got a lot of work lately because I got COVID brain. And I got weird thoughts. So
you want to do a little COVID brain segment? COVID brain notebook?
Yeah.
All right. COVID brain notebook is brought to you by Whistlepig. This is one of the most important. I'm going to put this up there. I said that the Delta 8 3 Chi was the product of 2021, the best podcast product and basically invention for my life in 2021. Whistlepig's whiskey cocktail in a can will be the most
I didn't even realize if you're getting Kevin popping a fucking noon bevy, you're a good
dude. That's what I mean. Yeah. Because I haven't drank as much as I used to because the world went down this seltzer path and I didn't really like those. but I want to get like, but I like the idea of those, but I didn't like any of the tastes of a lot of them because I wanted like a whiskey drink. I wanted like a real cocktail. I didn't want to just be like seltzer, you know? And so they're perfect for when you want to party. And it's like, well, I don't want to like drink just beer and get bloated, but I don't want to drink straight liquor, or this isn't the type of occasion to drink wine. Can't get a fancy drink, whatever. And along finally comes Whistlepig. Now we've been drinking, Whistlepig has been the sponsor for just like the regular rye whiskey. But now they sent over the they call them the rye smash, the like cocktails in a can. And this is even better than the fucking actual whiskey. I was happy enough with Whistlepig just being like, this is a quality bottle of rye that we're going to drink and promote. Now they introduce this. This one is this is fresh ginger lime, which is basically like a Moscow Mule, but made with whiskey. And now I can finally be a part of the seltzer revolution, but with whiskey. If you're a whiskey guy, you're not drinking fucking White Claws. You're not doing that. But now you can, because not only are these tasty, not only can you like drink them, whether it's a summertime drink, it's like summertime because it's a mule with the ginger lime. It's also a whiskey drink, so you can drink it during the winter. 8% alcohol by volume. So you get a 4-pack of these, and you're done. You're good to go.
Yeah.
That's like 8 beers right there. Eight. Everything else that's 4%. You get double that. So they come in ginger lime, which is far and away the best for me. A lemon citrus, and then like a blackberry. The 3 flavors right now. I go ginger, citrus, and then the blackberry. I'm not like really a blackberry guy, but they're all flavors at first that I was like, oh, I don't know about that. But then you realize that it's just like having a high-end whiskey cocktail. Because I always think of like whiskey, like and Coke, you know what I mean? Whiskey and Coke. But now it's like these are quality cocktails thrown in, and I can drink again. The most important revelation in my life is gonna be these again. So if you're similar to me, Rye Smash is the piggyback in a can. Is going to be a life changer for you.
And also, Whistlepig is one of the greatest whiskeys of all time. It's 10 out of 10. And during this ad read, I just got a fucking idea.
Bingo.
One of the producers, could you guys reach out to Whistlepig and see if we could do a distillery tour in January? Because the Whistlepig distillery is in Vermont. Little vlog idea here. My parents got a house in Vermont. We could go up as a team, do a little ski, maybe little away trip for a weekend, and also check out a distillery, do a little promo for the advertisers. Just an idea thrown out there. Could be fun.
Do you think we could get a house in Skipping Stone, Vermont?
Hopefully.
Maybe get a nice little
pretty hotbed. Pretty hotbed in the winter nowadays.
It's an up and coming spot, so
Yeah.
You got to, I don't know if there's gonna be any availability, any vacancy, but we get a nice little cottage in Skipping Stone, Vermont. Get I don't know, a few thousand piggybacks, and have ourselves a little trip.
Yeah,
I do believe it's available in Vermont, obviously with the distillery and whatnot. So I think it's available in like Vermont, New Hampshire, a couple spots up there. And then it's going to make its way down. So right now, if you are in one of these states that sells Whistlepig piggybacks, consider yourself lucky. Go get them now. Join the piggyback movement. Piggyback with us. If you want to order, you can go on, I think it's piggybackryesmash.com. I already told them, like, we got to change that. That's too much. But piggybackryesmash.com, and you can order them now or just wait until they arrive in your state. But it's going to be, this is going to be it. This is the new, I've been wondering what the new like drink in a can is going to be. And whiskey was like, whiskey is it, right? And I didn't think they could do a whiskey cocktail in a can. They done did it. So get yourself some piggybacks and piggyback with us. Let's do it. COVID Brain John, COVID Brain book. What do we got?
Okay. This one isn't a COVID Brain. This is just a story I heard because I didn't go to a bar because I had COVID. But my friends, they went to this bar.
Okay. My friends who went to the bar,
I didn't go to a bar with COVID. What am I, a fucking asshole? They came back and they were telling me it was like 11 a.m. and there was a guy telling a story at the bar about how last night he got fucked up with Boozing Susan, and on the way home, they got so fucking drunk. Well, this is 11 a.m. They're already back drinking, taking shots.
Sure.
But the night before, they got so fucked up on his drive home, he sideswiped a tree, and his buddy goes, "Where'd that happen?" And he told him, and without blinking, his friend just went, "You made it halfway." Like it was like genuinely like dude, you made it halfway. What are you gonna do?
I love that they have the markers. You know, they know like, all right, that tree is almost home. You're halfway from the bar. Yeah. Every man can make it, you know, a quarter of the way. You made it a half of the way. You're a real winner. Boozing Susan. Boozing Susan as a legitimate nickname. Like, if you're not writing a script and trying to come up with something, like, that's almost like Hollywood says no to that. Like, we can't have a character called Boozing Susan. Come on, that's laying it on too thick. And that the fact that, you know, Boozing Susan thinks she's hot and she's not, and she gets on the dance floor and, like, grinds and tries to be sexy even though she's gross, but she gets fucked every single night because somebody takes Boozing Susan home.
Boozing Susan crushes.
Boozing Susan's numbers through the roof. She gets more dick than anybody. At the end of the day, she's like the most dick down chick in the world. She's totally satisfied because she's probably gone like 1,000 for 1,000 over the last few years. Never goes home solo. Shout out to Susan, Boozing Susan.
All right, this one. I don't have a lot. Actually, I don't have a lot as much as I thought I did, but I don't have a lot. But I do have 3. This one, I genuinely don't know where this came from. But this is one of the most accurate things I've ever written down. Ever in my life written down.
Oh boy.
This is, if you know what I'm talking about, you're gonna know that this is true and just a great observation.
Okay.
If a girl has knuckles that are wider than her fingers. Okay, you know what I mean? Can you picture the kind of hand I'm talking about? Like the female hand I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where it's a knuckle that's wider than a finger.
Yeah.
You're gonna fight about dumb shit. That is 100% certainty. You are gonna get in fights about, like, she is gonna drive you fucking nuts.
Now, how did this come about?
I don't even remember writing it, Kevin.
This is like you were in like a COVID fever and like your hand just started going and that's what came out.
Yeah, dude, but then I like fucking, then I started Googling. I'm going to put this in the chat. Can I?
Wide knuckles. Wide knuckle bitches. Steer clear of them, man.
But it's not like, it's more like they just kind of look like witchy fingers. Like they're
just long and kind of like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's not like these fat, gross knuckles, but I'm just sending them. You've talked to this person, like can you see him?
Yeah.
That person will fight with you until you want to rip your hair out. I know right now Kelly Keegs is one. I just know it.
Because really what this is slender girls who have skinny fingers, but their bones are still like their bones. So you're talking about probably tall, skinny, like attractive girls who have a little bit of like the hot crazy in them, who probably are also obsessive over the fact that their knuckles are a little too big for their fingers. And so they get long nails. So that's what you do. You get like fake nails to make your fingers look even longer, to make the knuckles look a little smaller. So you start obsessing about this shit. And next thing you know, you're in a fight all because she's had big knuckles since she was 13.
Every single girl listening to this podcast, Jackie, let's see your hands. I bet Jackie doesn't have this because I bet Jackie doesn't have crazy fights. I bet Jackie's just like.
Jackie.
Well, I'm looking and I think that they're kind of, now I'm like self-conscious.
Yeah. No, let's see him, girl.
Like they're bigger.
Oh no, Jackie, yeah, you fight.
No, but that's the thing is I'm so unconfrontational.
Doesn't everybody though? Like I kind of have like a knuckle.
Yeah.
John,
No,
you just
there-
gave so many girls an insecurity they didn't know they had.
Yeah, dude, I'm
John
never
has
showing my
You
hands
just
again.
created this out of nowhere.
John has fabricated an entirely new thing for girls to hate
No,
about themselves.
I didn't fabricate. I didn't fabricate shit. I
You're
just made
you're-
observations.
John, I think you're just talking about skinny people and fat people. I think if you're a skinny
No,
person, your knuckles are bigger than your.
It's
than
like
your
a gnarled finger kind of. It's not gnarled. It's not like twisted, but you can tell it's like a little. There's a distinct
the witch.
difference.
Witch hand is a good way to describe it. Like the very exaggerated version is a witch who
Yeah,
has
right.
the wig. Yeah,
The kind of.
but I think most people like I have that little bump.
Nah, your fingers are too fat. That's not a count. All right. Everyone send me a picture of your fucking fingers. I'll tell you if you're a pain in my ass or not. How about that?
Okay, wait. Give me your last thing so we can wrap that up because we got to talk about Jacqueline. We got to talk about our girl Jackie.
Okay, wait. It's two more. The whole Kim Jong Un thing kills me.
What is the Kim Jong Un thing? What does that mean?
Like how we just have these stories that leak that we pretend are real all the time about him. Like Kim Jong Un made it illegal to be happy on his birthday or something like that. Like that's just not.
Have you heard the Trump one?
Why do you think that like only these funny stories get out of North
Out of
Korea?
this one place, yeah, with
But
this
like
one guy.
It's just like, oh, the fat Asian baby did something funny again. Like, no, it's only silly stories come out about him. They're not real. That's not a real story. Why do we just pretend that's real?
Did you see the Trump one where he was at some conference or whatever? And I don't know if I only saw the clip. So I don't know if he prefaced this by saying like this was a joke I thought of or a dream I had, because there's just no way that this would be real and that he would be stupid enough to tell people it's real. But as the story goes, he said that he met with Kim Jong-un and said, "Do you know Elton John?" And Elton John said no, and he played Rocket Man for him because they call him Rocket Man because they're like they have nuclear capabilities and all that shit. And he's like, he said something like, I had the MP3 ready, like some old term, like I had the record ready, whatever it was. And I played it for him and he said, "Oh, I love it," like doing the Trump thing. And the audience is like clapping and loving it. And maybe it was prefaced as a joke, but I was like, people are like, is this even Ruth Conda Awards? Because this is just a completely fabricated story that we all know. Like, it was not a meeting between Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un where he played Elton John for him. We would know about that. But everybody seems to run with it with North Korea because like it's funny.
Because
like,
he's
oh,
like
yeah,
a
that's cute.
silly looking baby.
Right.
It's just like, it's funny. It's funny because it's him. Like
But-
if he looked like a militant, you wouldn't do any of these because it wouldn't be as silly.
Right.
Because
It's
he's-
funny. It's like we always say, it's how you look, right? If you're hot, you can kind of get away with assault. If you're funny, if you're a funny looking fatso, you can get away with like war crimes. Apparently that's how it works.
And the last one was inspired by the new Louis C.K. Do parents like have like parents when like kids go off to college, it's like, congratulations, we did it. Like when kids kind of get past the age where they can get like kidnapped and shit, are you like, hell yeah, we made it? Where it's like, look, anything that happens to him now is on him, really.
I guess so. Because girls can kind of get kidnapped at any age,
Yeah, but yeah. You're
Girls,
right.
like for boys, listen, if you're a boy, if you're a guy and you're like 23 or something and you get kidnapped, that's on you. That's your fucking
They
fault
don't,
if you
the
get
police
kidnapped.
don't even do anything about that. They're like, he had what? You got no.
Yeah, that's that. They don't even call that kidnap. That's just like, I don't know. That means your buddy, your guy just left. Like he just left. There's no way that he got kidnapped. Girls, it can kind of happen at any age, so I think you don't stop ever worrying about it. But there should be a moment where you like the 72 Dolphins, you clink your glass, like
Yeah, exactly. Like, all right.
no kidnapping on our watch. None of that happens.
You gotta have life's all about milestones. You
Right.
gotta have
Enjoy
one.
the moment. Soak up the moment now. Haven't been kidnapped. Man, if my kids got kidnapped, I'd absolutely kill myself. Blow my head right off, dude. Right off.
Yeah, like, a A lot of dads would be like, I'd go find him. Kevin's like, I'd just fucking kill
Bro.
myself.
I mean, sure. If I'm Liam Neeson, if I got a particular set of skills, I'll go find you. My kids get kidnapped, I can put up the ransom money, and that's it. That's it, dude. Otherwise, those kids are.
I didn't mean personally. Like, no, like, if you're a dad going personally looking, you're doing more harm than good.
Right,
like,
right.
That is the most frustrating part of movies when it's just like, hey, dude, just shut the fuck up.
Right.
And let the fake police do the work.
There's a story about there's a mother in Mexico. There's like one town that the cartel just ravaged and they kidnap and murder like everybody in sight. And this woman lost her daughter, and she like went Liam Neeson. She went Brian Mills on him and took him down. I think her daughter died. Like she didn't get her daughter back, but she stopped like several others. It's wild. And she's like a kind of a heavier old Mexican woman. It's not like she's some fucking UFC fighter. And she like took down the cartel through like years and years of like meeting with people and collecting intelligence. It's a fucking awesome story. It should be a movie, to be honest.
That reminds me, I gotta send that. I had a tweet one day about someone sent me like the good luck gift recently, and it infuriates me. And
What's the good luck gift?
the Liam Neeson good luck.
Oh, good luck. Yeah.
The most incorrectly used gift in the history of gifts.
How do they use it?
It's Liam Neeson. Like when people are like, "Oh, you think you're gonna win this game? Good luck."
Good luck. Yeah.
Like, that man who says good luck gets the fucking fuck murdered out of him. All of his friends get fucking killed.
He gets electrocuted to death with a fucking
so,
light switch.
So if you think that like be like, oh, good luck, like that gift means you're putting like you're announcing your own death. You're fucking toast. Very, very infuriating.
Let's do it. Let's bring her in. Let's talk about Jackie. Jackie, you will be a part of award season for sure. But I really believe after being in this industry long enough, you have to work hard. You have to be consistent. All that's true. You have to be talented enough. You have to be like, you have to have your, you have to be you have to be in the know of what's funny and what's entertaining, what people, all that shit's true. But also the key to really having a good podcast is just finding the weirdos, the weird brains. And that's why this podcast works. I sit here and I just pull the weird stories out of John. I just navigate through his brain and we stumble upon all the funny stories, and it makes for a good podcast. And I remember thinking, I was like, I don't know if there'll ever be another John. I don't know how many of these people there are out there. Well, we found another one.
I never know if that's a compliment, if I should be flattered or.
Nope.
I don't quite think it's one of those. I think you're unique. You're one of a kind.
Mhm.
You're
saying
irreplaceable.
That with a condescending tone.
You're irreplaceable. You are funny and like will bring to this show stories that are completely original. Like no one else is gonna replicate this shit because no one else is doing it. Can't be replicated.
But first of all,
at the same time you exercise with beans in your socks. So it cuts both ways.
This is one that's like I don't see how it's that like I don't understand what people aren't getting about it. And I was expecting the feedback to be like, oh my God, Jackie, you're so smart.
That's what that is why you're special. Because you tweeted that you use beans as ankle weights.
Cans
of
beans.
Like,
let's
home run.
I did love that follow-up tweet.
The clarification. So that's the beauty of Jackie. Step one is thinking that your beans for ankle weights tweet is a home run. That is like part of this. And very few people will even have that tweet. But it's the secondary that like nobody has. That it's like another gate that you get past, clarifying it's not loose beans. I'm not crazy. Like John called you a mad genius. You're a mad woman that you have this thought that people are going to be like, oh, I'm gonna pour some loose beans into my tube socks and go work out because I saw Jackie saying that.
I don't know. People, I mean, as the influencer that I am, people might just follow me blindly and I need to tell them.
And that's also a part of it is your nobody's head gets bigger faster than Jacqueline Nichols. It's amazing. So you think that because you do bean exercises, you're now fucking Jen Selter out here.
I think that and this is the thing, it's like you see life hacks like all the time.
Mhm.
And this is just another, like, this is like, I just don't think that people are understanding the genius. Like they're just being like, oh, she's, and also I don't want to be pinned as Bean Girl. Like everybody's like tagging me in Bean stuff. I want to be done. I don't
You
want
don't want
to
to be Bean Girl.
I don't want to be that.
Oh, well, let's make that very loud and clear. Jackie is not.
Nobody
Does not wish to be at any point.
No.
Being.
at no point, nobody send Jackie any bean related content ever. She does
And
not.
if you
want that.
start calling her Bean Girl,
Stop.
swear
It's,
to God,
it's hashtag Bean Girl.
No.
I'm gonna be.
Don't do it.
Oh, I'm gonna be
Stop.
so mad if everyone starts calling Jackie Bean Girl when I specifically said
No.
don't call Jackie Bean Girl.
If
No,
if
if
you call in
anybody-
the show, listen. If you call in the show and say, "Hey, what's up, KFC Fights, Nick,
No.
Bean Girl," don't do that.
No.
Do not do that.
You know what? I'm cutting that all out.
No, Nick's putting it back in, Bean Girl.
Okay, if you call me Bean Girl or anything like that, you're getting blocked.
Oh, we're gonna go Rico on you, huh?
I'm gonna go Rico on them.
And then
So-
people can't. Then people won't have access to your genius, so they're lost.
We won't have that. But that's the thing is like people could use this as like a learning opportunity and be like, okay, now I have a new workout routine and I don't have to go buy my ankle weights. There's more. It's like a genius thing that nobody.
There's layers to this shit.
There's layers to it, and instead people are being like, oh, that's so dumb. Oh my God, why would you put beans in your socks? And they're not even understanding, like, I'm giving you guys tips. Like, it's a life hack.
So to be clear,
People are like, oh, why would you put Bean?
But that's the thing, it's like,
you want your life hack is save the. I think you said $12 is the ankle weights.
Yes.
Save the $12 and put beans in your socks.
mm-hmm.
And that
Can
is
we
the
have a
life
demonstration,
hack.
Jackie?
What?
Can we have a demo? Like, can I see?
Yeah.
see it?
So we need a demonstration. Also, what I need you to do is I mentioned Jen Selter before. Have you seen the videos she makes where she like as she puts on her workout gear, it does like TikTok transitions? I need that where like you're putting on your sock and all of a sudden there's a can of beans in your tube socks. We need to like make Bean Girl,
Not Bean Girl. Not
no,
Bean
Bean-
Girl.
It's gonna be Bean Girl Enterprises, BGE. We're gonna do
No.
Bean Girl workouts, and it's gonna be like seriously. Here's how to do all your workouts, but with cans of beans. Okay.
But that's gonna really pin me as Bean Girl. Like,
Well,
if I do
that's
that,
the point. Yeah, you're Bean Girl. Yeah, but
Okay.
but also if you're so proud of this life hack, like shouldn't you be like, yeah, that's what's up?
yeah, you're right. I have to stick by this.
Now,
one.
also, when I think of ankle weights, I think of people like laying down doing like core work where you like lift your legs. Are you talking about like running with them? Or are you doing like
no.
okay? So
But if
you're
you
doing
do want to run with them, you can just put rubber bands on. But I mean, don't go outside the house with it. But if you want to do like jumping around,
do you
That's-
realize that what I'm talking about is like with 100% sincerity and seriousness, you answered that like you can put rubber bands around your ankles too, and you meant that so for real. That's what I'm talking.
saying like I've thought this through, and you guys are saying
No, it's amazing. So you would put rubber bands around like the top or around the actual can of beans.
It depends on how much activity you're doing, because
Right,
if it's
so-
a lot, if you're really doing some jumping jacks, you put
Okay.
one on top to cinch the sock.
Let me throw some activities at you. You
Okay.
tell me where you place the rubber bands. Okay. Jumping on a trampoline with your beans.
Oh, you need maximum security. So you're doing one cinched on top and you're doing a double wrap on the side,
On sides.
either duct tape or
Oh, we're doing duct tape
a
now.
rubber band.
Okay, duct tape around your socks.
Mm-hmm.
But then and then attached to like your leg as well.
Yes, I've never tried the duct tape.
Okay,
So,
we'll put that one. You know.
But I'm just
What about
So wait, is
like-
the can of beans? Is it just? It's floating in your sock. It's just like it's touching your skin.
We need a. Do you have cans of beans? Can you
Yes.
go get them? Yeah, let's just do this for real because it's gonna be something until I've seen a sneak preview of it, John. I saw a picture that she sent me. It's it really just looks like a can of beans down your tube sock.
I mean, it's exactly what you're picturing.
But when you start to do some of these workouts, you're doing jumping jacks, you're doing crisscross, you're doing high knees, you're doing all these things. The beans are subject to change. The beans are going to move. Also, it is just patently ridiculous. And I'll need you to do this at some point too. The thought that someone would crank open a can of beans and then pour the loose beans into the sock is like the fact that you thought you had to clarify that is fucking.
That's just in case there are some people who aren't as smart as me and who might just do that.
I want someone to so badly to put their bare feet into a sock full of beans.
That would honestly.
You think that would feel good?
No, that's
what that face said.
what. Do you?
That
think it would
face was
not
kind of
feel
like
good?
I feel like
Yeah.
you'd like that.
No,
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
not
good.
saying I would like it.
I feel like that's a foot fetish thing. Like I bet you right now, if Jackie said, "I'll put my feet in a sock full of beans," there are people out there that would pay like $5,000.
Should I do that? Should I just quit?
I think you should
Yeah.
see Bean Girl, not such a bad thing when you start to think it through.
True.
All right,
Cans
let's
are
get
open.
this. Do you have the can? Do you have
Hold
the?
on, let me go ahead. Wait.
I love that she just has like stray cans of beans too. Beans. This is.
Bees.
I know, but for this case, beans. Do you?
No, I was doing the bees.
Beans.
Right. I only have one.
Now,
Should I just do like it's
so let me just say this: beans are like 2 or 3 ounces, right? Like
This says
8 ounces.
15.5 ounces.
15.
0.5 ounces.
Wow, I was gonna say like 8 ounces would be like I thought like a can of beans would be 8 ounces. So we're talking a pound. That's about a pound. You need a 16
was
ounces
saying-
would be a pound.
If you want to do, if you're doing like a heavy leg day, you throw in a White Claw in there too. Like both of those. And that's the thing is it looks stupid.
Wait,
but we're not-
hang on. That bedside White Claw, is that a drinking White Claw? Is that a workout White Claw?
No, it's a workout White Claw.
That's a
I
tube
think
sock
that-
White Claw. There's drinking claws and there's tube sock claws, and that, my friends, was a tube sock claw.
Actually,
Anybody
if I
who's
had
still-
Whistlepig,
Anybody who's still
Whistlepig,
drinking claws, you're a fucking sucker. Take all your White Claws, put them in your socks, drink your piggybacks.
and that's the thing is it's gonna look stupid.
Yeah.
But we're not here to look good when we work out. We're here for gains and gains only.
It's gain season. You don't want to look good while you're working out. You want to look good after you work out.
Yeah.
And that's why you put the beans in your socks.
Exactly. Okay, so then it's very simple. The sock. And then and it looks stupid. And then you just shove it in.
Can you back up just a little bit?
I
So we
mean,
get the
I
full
have
full
such a
foot.
small apartment.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's
There you
enough.
go. Okay.
See my Christmas lights?
Yes, I do. Look at that. They're just a pile of lights on the
Yeah, I don't
floor.
put them up.
Yeah, what do you fucking God damn, if I had the name ready to go, that would have been better.
That would have been better. It would have been a better joke if you actually said the joke.
The Stranger Things mom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
Oh.
that's the Winona Ryder from Stranger Things, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, moving on, scratch that one. Back to the beans. So you have are you gonna do 2? You gotta even it out left and right.
My roommate ate the other set, so I can only do one.
I can't do my workout today. My roommate ate my other set of workout beans.
I know she didn't know about my little workout.
So wait, are you guys like there's milk girls in Philly? Are you girls like the bean girls?
No, stop.
I think you're the
freaking
I
out.
think you're the bean girls.
No, we're not the bean girls.
How
We're
many
not the
how
bean-
often you guys eating beans?
We're not. We're not. Just she was trying to make hummus.
I feel like at any given moment, if you're like a group of young girls in the city and you have any beans in your apartment, you're bean girls.
Dude,
No.
I had a buddy recently, he's like doing like one of those like biohacking things, and he was like, yeah, like they told me I gotta cut down to only eating beans 3 times a week. I was like, bro, how many times are you eating beans that you got to cut down to 3? like, I like beans. I'm a
Not
bean
like
eater,
that.
but I'm not eating. Like, if someone said you can only eat beans 3 times a week, I'd go, great. Most times a week, I got 3 open slots. For most weeks, I have 3 open slots.
Wait,
Like, I
what
don't
do
eat
you
a ton
eat?
of fucking beans, man. He's
Now,
like,
if you're like, I guess if you, you're making hummus or a chili, there are things, but if you're just like raw dogging some beans, I need like a poster, Bean Girls, and you could be Regina George and the other friends can, we'll make a poster for Bean Girls.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's your brand, babe. Sorry. So let's see.
I mean, Jackie and the Bean Socks.
Jackie and the Beanstalk
What?
sells itself.
That was funny.
We're actually okay. Now work with me. You don't want to be the bean girl. What if I told you we can make some tube socks with like some
Pockets.
bean like cartoons on it or something and sell you some merch, but you have to be Jackie and the Beanstalk.
Wait, but I don't know if did you hear my idea?
What'd you say?
Socks with pockets. Pocket socks.
Pocket socks for your cans of beans that maybe have like a cartoon of a girl and some like little like kidney shaped beans like speckled all over. Jackie and the Bean Socks. And people can be like, what are you wearing? And they'll be like, they're my bean socks.
Wait,
This is-
we actually should do that and like also target the tailgaters.
Sure, you can sneak stuff in. You can put your weed in there. You can put your bottles in there. You can put everything in your beans.
Beer socks.
This is John. This is real life kittens mittens. Like, but it's not a bit. It's just like this is actually unfolding that she wants to sell bean socks. This is why it's once in a lifetime. Now, put your bean socks in and do like an example of a workout.
Okay, so this is you see, like I don't know, this is gonna be like kind of uncomfortable to do, but
Where do
like
you usually work out.
the main one is like these little leg, like the
A
little,
little
leg
like Suzanne Summers Thigh
and that's,
Master
like,
type
you
thing.
need minimal, so I don't even need any rubber bands for that because it's like minimal activity,
Movement. Right.
cardio. I feel like a fitness influencer right now.
You pretty much are.
I
That's
kind
why
of
I
am.
mean, Jen Selter, watch out. Now, would you maybe put some beans in your socks and like do your stairs, like run up and down the stairs of your apartment?
I haven't done that because you guys have seen my staircase and it's very dangerous, but that's a good idea.
No,
You see,
but
you're getting it. You're getting it.
Do you have a walk up to get to your apartment? Not your in-house
I'll show you my staircase.
duplex. I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
I do have like a stairs in there, but I don't want to like. I tried to do the beans minimally publicly,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't want to
That's-
run into.
Yeah, if you were doing like,
That-
mark my words, you will fall down that spiral staircase sooner than rather than later. It will be.
Oh, I already have.
But if you, you know, I feel like Bean Girl has some potential if you do it publicly.
Yes,
Maybe like you finish up your workout and you like pull your beans out of your sock. You like throw it to a homeless guy, like, "Hey, how you doing?" You throw it, and it's like, "Oh, there's Jackie the Bean Girl."
that would be really sweet.
Right. And then you're
But-
like, then it's like very philanthropic. And we also sell the socks. It's also good for health. You know, you're promoting good health by working
Mhm.
out.
Can we have like any sexier name than Bean Girl? Like, can we do like canned goods? Can't.
Oh, is canned goods sexier?
Yeah, anything sexier.
Anything sexier than Bean Girl? How about
Canned
like
goods girl.
Jackie, I could make you a solemn promise. I will, until my dying day, make people promise to not call
not
me.
yeah.
And
To
I'll
what?
be like,
We will
don't
do
you-
our
don't you
absolute
fucking-
best.
This is,
stop
I'm
people.
right down the barrel of the camera. Don't you fucking dare
Don't you do it.
call Jackie Bean Girl.
Don't you do it. Don't
dare.
you do it. Canned goods, you know, she got that canned goods, man. I mean, it's gonna be tough. You're gonna try to make this sexy, but the results are what's sexy, right?
Yes.
Like when you got toned legs and a nice ass for the summer, it's
Mhm.
because of the beans. That's why it's sexy.
It's about gains.
Gains, beans and gains,
Yeah.
beans and gains, gains and beans, beans and gains.
Yes,
Jackie
it's a
and the
year
Bean
3
Sock.
bean gang.
Oh, then we can cross promote
3 bean gangs and bean gains.
3 bean gains because you'll do like 1 sock, 2 socks, and then maybe like you run with a bean in your hands or something like that.
Yes.
And it's 3 beans gains meets the 3 bean gang.
Holy yes.
I mean, so you're Bean Girl then. You're down?
N-
Yeah. No. Okay. It's official. Bean
We'll see.
Girl.
We'll see. We'll work on it.
All right. Well, I think it's time for Jacked Up. What do you say, girl?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Were you not ready for your one and
No,
only?
no, no, I'm
segment?
ready. I'm ready. I
Okay.
stay ready. I'm always
Today, Jacked Up is brought to you by NHTSA. They are back once again to tell you during the holiday season, drive sober or get pulled over, or worse, drive sober or get what's something that rhymes with over, about drive sober or your life's over and you're gonna get fucking put in the dirt because you're gonna be dead from drunk driving accidents. We don't want that. The holidays, people, maybe it's cold outside, let's have another drink, and then it's time to drive home, and now you're not sober, and you might crash, you might die, you might kill someone else, you might get sent to jail, you might have to pay $1 billion in legal fees. So many reasons to just not drink and drive. You can get an Uber, you can get a Lyft, you can stay over. It's the Christmas season where everyone's giving, and they'll just let you stay at their house. Million reasons to not go home, and make sure that you and anyone in the car stays safe, whether it's your life, your future, your freedom, or your money. All of these things you put in jeopardy anytime you decide to drink and then get behind the wheel. There's going to be a lot of Christmas parties. There's going to be a lot of drinking, eggnog's flowing, families are getting together. A lot of chances for you to say like, well, I've only had a couple. And that's where the worst shit starts. Your insurance goes up after the accident. You're known as that asshole. It's the scarlet letter at the very least. So, and the police are out for it. Cops are just sitting around waiting to watch a guy roll a red stop sign or swerve in the highway. So don't be a sucker. Don't be an asshole. Make sure you drive sober. To learn more, go to NHTSA, NHTSA, NHTSA.gov/drive sober. Week 16? 15.
every single time you get that wrong.
15. Jacked Up. 3 minutes on the clock. Jacked Up.
Okay.
Jacked Up.
So the three main games: Lion Cardinals, we're gonna go over. Packers Ravens, we're gonna go over. Saints Bucks, we're gonna go over.
Yeah.
You always start with the Jets, but that's just not. I mean, they lost. I don't know what else to. There is there more?
They were winning for a while, and then it was like a colossal failure to keep that lead. Classic Jets, like, needed a first down, needed to get to the sticks, run an 8-yard play. It's just like what the Jets do. Yeah. So fuck yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Okay.
Next up.
Okay, that's pretty much what I said. And then the what was I gonna start with? Oh, the Lions. They won, but it was bad for the Cardinals. Very embarrassing for them because it was a huge upset. They should have won. They've won almost all of their away games or something like that. Packers, Ravens, no Lamar Jackson, Tyler Huntley in. But they okay. So it's 30. No, the Ravens score in like the last few minutes, and then they almost tied up. So it's 30-31. So then the whole thing in the huge debate is at the end, then they went for the 2-point conversion when they either could go for the 2-point conversion or they could go for the 1-point field goal. The 1-point field goal would have tied it up, but they listen to Jacked Up and they're like, Jackie says, don't give Aaron Rodgers time on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
They know that if they do that and they go into overtime, that's dangerous because Aaron Rodgers will do what Aaron Rodgers does and he's going to score and they're going to lose. So instead they went for the 2-point conversion, which was a smart play, but some say it wasn't a smart play. But Jackie says it's a smart play.
Jackie says, I like this new speaking in the third person. This is good.
Yeah. And then, but then they did it and then they didn't get the 2-point conversion, which that's where they went wrong is they should have just scored that and then won.
Well, it's always hindsight's 2020. It's like, yeah, you should have just kicked the extra point and gone into overtime and taken your chances. But, people are always going for 2. You're always going to get credit for having balls and sticking by your guys and going for the win. So didn't work out.
Yeah, despite like knocking yourself out of the playoffs. I don't know. It's people love to give you credit for that, but like, I don't know, man. You've done it twice now.
I was gonna say the first one I remember thinking like, you probably as the better team, you probably should have taken your chances in overtime. But yeah, it almost feels like as a coach, you should just always go for it because even if it's dumb, you'll have the people who just go like, yeah, but he fucking went for it. It's like,
Right. I mean, it's particularly when you have Justin Tucker. Like,
yeah, I know. Right. The most automatic, like use the leg if it's there. Yeah. But you know, they listen to Jackie. Jackie
Mhm.
says.
You can't give them time on the clock. Saints Bucks shutout of the Bucks. First time that Tom Brady has been shut out in 15 years. Wild. Crazy. And apparently people were tagging me. Apparently they did my idea, which this keeps happening. Is ever since I said my idea about you just like surround the quarterback, they keep doing that.
They've been doing that.
One of those things where it's like, again, nobody takes me seriously. Nobody thinks that my ideas are good. And then all of a sudden it comes down to it and like, oh, like her ideas actually, you know, like this is what's going to happen with Beanstalks is everyone's going to be like, that's stupid. And then they're going to be like, I need to save some money and I have beans and socks. And that's actually a good idea. So.
And do you have any did you watch any of the Patriots game by any chance?
Oh, so that was on Saturday, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jackie only does Sundays. Right.
Yeah, I only do Sundays. But why was that on Saturday?
Towards the end of the season, they start putting some games on Saturdays.
But also now because of COVID, don't we have like 6 games in the next like 8 days or something crazy, right?
There are 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow.
Crazy. So there's a lot of football to cover, and I think that maybe we need like some more Jacked Up this week. So you might have to watch.
We're going to do a live Jacked Up of Boise State, Central Michigan in Arizona. So
yeah.
Ooh, I don't do previews. I just watch the game recap.
I don't do.
Fine. You know what you'll do then, Jackie? We'll have you do a Jacked Up of Boise State's last game and a Jacked Up of Central Michigan's last game.
Okay. As long as I could read some recaps, we're good. I can't like have my own like original.
You'll be able to read some previews. We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, yes.
Now,
I'll get some help on that. Okay, but I'm seeing, to answer your question, I'm seeing that the Patriots lost to the Colts 27-17.
Right.
Like it's like you asked what the score was. I'll just answer your question. The Patriots lost.
Now, John spent like the final like quarter standing up, hoping for some good luck. Did not work out for him. That's a lot of standing for no reason. Also, I was right though. I tweeted at halftime, I don't feel out of this game at all. And people were like, what are you, the dumbest person alive? It's 20-0. You're getting your ass, blah, blah, blah. I like, we didn't end up winning, but we weren't out of that game. How far the mighty have fallen. We're now we're doing moral losses, John.
I don't think I said that.
Well, you know, you were celebrating a game that you made a comeback in. That
I was celebrating a tweet.
Oh, that was a celebration.
Saying I was right because I was right. I was right that we weren't out of that game. The game was not out of reach. The game was pretty fucking close because the Patriots are clearly the better team and they win by 3 scores next time they play the Colts.
If the Patriots had a good quarterback, they would probably go.
I don't understand the Mac Jones phenomenon. The people are like, it's the internet, I guess, but like everyone's just arguing with no. Like people are like,
no.
People like the next Tom Brady. I was like, I didn't say that.
No, but a lot of people were very high on him.
People think he's a good quarterback.
A lot of Patriots fans were like, dynasty back on because of Mac Jones.
Yeah. People have fun on social media.
Well, yeah, and then the other side has fun back saying he fucking sucks.
I think the Patriots. I'm not worried. Patriots are just fine. But it was Boston media people being like, look, told you guys. What are you talking about? What are we talking about right now? I think the Pats are going to be.
I'll tell you what they're talking about. The people who were watching being like, they're not winning. They're winning despite him. And then you see.
They're just definitively not winning despite him.
Well, they're not winning because of him.
They're winning because of him.
Mac Jones is the key to the Patriots' success right now?
Not the key to it. Mac Jones is a very, very good quarterback.
See, that's what I think people have a problem with. I don't think very, very good is high praise.
Okay.
So, and I think a lot of people are like, he's not very, very good, guys.
That's all right.
But that's the argument. So next time you're confused what's going on, it's Patriots fans saying that he's very, very good when in fact he's not very, very good yet. Maybe he will be, but he's not. Now, you also had the epiphany this weekend that you just like to root for the team with the ball and you just like to see
Yeah.
people score, which is basically what most people realize. And that's why they have, do you know what the Red Zone channel is?
No, I know what I watch the Red Zone channel
Yeah.
on TV. Go get it.
And also why people bet the over. Do you?
Yeah.
Because they just want to see people score. So now we need jacked up gambling next, where you watch the Red Zone and you just root for overs and you're just betting money on touchdowns, basically. And that is why people like football. You uncovered what's enjoyable about football.
Yeah. I think, I mean, even Red Zone has like too much other football. Like maybe I'll make end zone, which is just which is just when a touchdown happens, because that's the most fun part.
Pick a few games, put money down on all of them, come up with the Bean Girl parlay.
Oh my God.
And then you'll like very intently watch all those games, and Jacked Up will thrive. Jacked Up will shine.
Okay. What do I do if I don't have money to gamble?
This is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Money is necessary to gamble.
Yeah.
One might recommend selling some Jackie and the Beanstalk merch.
Pocket socks?
Pocket socks for the win. Pocket socks for the gambling habit.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. All right, we got to do Jacked Up.
We could have just had the bean. That could have been jacked up. The
Oh,
bean.
no, you're fine. Don't worry. We'll have another one.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, Jacked Up explains Jack and the Beanstalk. 3 minutes on the clock. Go.
Okay. Jack and the Beanstalk is a nursery rhyme. He wants to get up to the sky
Mhm.
for some reason. He plants a little bean. It's a magical bean. And then there's a vine.
Someone might call it a stalk.
It's a stalk, hence Jack and the Beanstalk. Stalk.
Who's up in the sky?
Is it about God?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, Jack and the Giant. Wait, Jill. No, sorry, that's different.
Well, there is Jack and Jill.
There's Jack and Jill. That's
You're
different.
thinking of
They went
James, the giant peach.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
so there's
James
James and the
I'm thinking-
Giant Peach. There's Jack and Jill, and there's Jack and the Giant and the Beanstalk. So Jack and Jill went up the hill to
Get water.
get water to water the peach to make the peaches grow, right?
Are you kidding?
The peach tree. They went to get the water to come home to garden and water the tree to make the peaches grow extra large.
So then where does
that-
James come in?
So that Jack could
Oh, so
take
the peach and
Peach is
bring it
the-
up to
to
God.
the giant, to God. Yeah, the
To
giant
God.
giant. Right. Because then the peaches would be big enough for him to eat, right?
That would actually be like a James crossover. James, Jack and Jill,
Yeah.
whatever crossover. But I don't
He's
know
looking-
why he's climbing up the beanstalk. Wouldn't he want to get away from
He
the
wants
giant?
that big goose egg.
There, right?
He wants
What?
that big golden goose egg.
Oh,
right?
what's in the goose egg?
I think it's just like there's a special egg up there that the giant is like, kind of guarding. I think.
But why? What's in the egg?
I think it's just a big fucking fat magical goose egg. I think it's just like, I think he wants to put it in his socks and exercise with it.
Oh,
I think he wants to like run with the giant egg over his head so that it's a life hack because he doesn't
well,
want to buy weight.
no, because you could just do beans and save all the trouble in the vine growing and the vine climbing and just use beans. I don't understand the point of that. I'm gonna look.
We're gonna have to brush up on your fucking fairy tales, Jackie.
Yeah.
I want you to be prepared for any fairy tales possible next week.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Jacked Up and be on the lookout for more Jacked Up. If you're live in Arizona with us, you'll see Jackie live on stage. And also, if you need a life hack and you got to save some money, cans of beans in your socks.
If you need a life hack and you need to get some Christmas presents, KFC radio tickets are on sale for Boston and Nashville.
Go to linktr.ee /KFC Radio Live, and you can get tickets to the second show in the Wilbur in Boston, or you can get tickets to our Nashville show at Zany's on Thursday, April 21st, All the comics are going to be down there for the comedy festival. We'll be there as well. So come out, hang out with us on a Thursday night. It's Linktree's tough. It's linktr.ee. So there's no .com. It's .ee.
It'll be in the description for if you're listening, if you're watching, it'll be in the description, like
Okay.
at the top.
And all of our social media, you'll see links so you can buy all of our tickets there. Let's now get into Top 5 Tuesday. We're gonna do Top 5 Tuesday, and Am I the Asshole today? Top 5 Tuesday is brought to you by Simplisafe. Top 5 invention in the world right now is making sure you are safe and have a home security network that consists of cameras and sensors and alarms and 24/7 security. And that's what Simplisafe is. It's a top 5 invention out there right now. I think Newsweek named it the top 5 security system for all of 2020. So if you are looking for the top of the line home security, look no further than Simplisafe, all because of its easy installation. You get everything sent to you. You set it up yourself. You can get on the phone for like 15 minutes, learn how to do it. You can set up everything indoors and outdoors. They have the outdoor camera to protect your entire property. Indoor, you have the sensors and the HD cameras that provide 24/7 security for 24/7 protection and assistance from security guards to police to fire to poison control, all the other centers and services that help you stay safe and sound. Go to simplisafe.com/KFC radio. It's SIMPLI safe.com/KFC radio. And you can get 40% off your entire system. So that's the holiday special going on right now. Almost half off your entire home security system to make sure that your family's protected. Stephen Shea, first thing he did when he bought a house, he protected it with Simplisafe. First thing I do when I get a house, I'm protected it with Simplisafe. You got too much to lose, your loved ones, your belongings, your electronics. Why work hard and build a life only to have it, knocked away by burglars or earthquakes or fires or anything else that can harm you? That's simplisafe.com/KFC radio. Top 5 today. We're doing Christmas music. We did movies last week. We'll do music today. Top 5 Christmas songs, Christmas music. What do you got, Johnny?
Number one?
Get number 1.
All right. Number 1 is going to be no brainer, Fairy Tale in New York.
A very good song. Now, you know what's funny? Because I feel like, I think my list is going to be loaded with songs. Like there's Christmas music, and then there's like real songs
That's
about Christmas or around Christmas. You know what I mean?
Fairy Tale in New York is it's a Christmas song, but it's definitely
not a Christmas carol. It's not a jingle. It's a song.
Yeah, it's the only Christmas song, to my knowledge, that says the F word in it, and I don't mean fuck.
Yeah, that's aggressive for a Christmas song. Yeah, no, that's
a girl who says it. I feel like girls can say it. I have the ability to tell who and who can't say that word, and I think ladies can.
They can?
Yeah, I think so.
Depends on how you say it.
I think they can say it with as much venom in their mouth as they
You think a girls can drop it with some stank on it and it's okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you can still beat them up.
I think this is more offensive than what you're saying. Than saying the word.
What? No, I can just beat up a woman. That's it. I just beat her up if she says it. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I see. I thought you were saying girls can beat them up, like.
Oh no! Just anyone.
Christ.
Brothers, we can't talk crazy like that.
My number 1 pick. I could probably draft this at number 5 for and get my value, but I want my list to be my top 5s. Christmas in New York by Shillelagh Law. I was appalled when I found out that none of you guys know who Shillelagh Law is. We are having a KFC radio outing to see them live. I don't know. Let me see if I can find. Shillelagh is the hardest word. I will give you, John, without looking it up, I will give you $500 if you can spell Shillelagh correctly.
Shillalie.
No, thank God you didn't get it. Nick, can you spell Shillelagh? Nobody look it up.
I already looked it up. I thought you were just quizzing John.
Jackie, can you spell it? Jackie's asleep. Jackie
No,
passed.
no. I was going through voicemail, so I didn't hear that. What was it?
Can you spell the word shillelagh?
I'm not even gonna try.
Okay. Okay. Anybody on the team, Pavs or Zach, think you can spell it?
CHIL.
Get out of town. No. Zach,
Definitely not.
it's SHILELAGH.
I got a buddy named Shillelagh. That's not how he spells his name. I think I was pretty close to how he spells his name.
That's a cool name. That is cool. It's like a cane. It's like an Irish. It's almost like if you took a cane and you made it an abusive Irish person, an Irishman. That's what this is. It's got nubs and spikes and like a knob on top of it. Shillelagh Law is this like Irish folksy band. They got a guy who plays the fiddle, and they have Christmas in New York. If you can hear Christmas in New York at a New York City bar at Christmas time, it is a life experience unlike any other. You will cry if you know the song. It's all about firemen and policemen and 9/11, people dying, but it's all about, Christmas in New York being like special. Awesome song that you can listen to all year round, but in the Christmas season, absolutely, without a doubt in my mind, if you listen to it and it's not your number one Christmas song, you're an asshole too. Number 2 pick, John.
Shillelagh Law is also what happens if you rape a member of Liam Neeson's family.
That it is actually a code of conduct that revealed the Irish system of morality and ethics, steeped in love for fighting, but not necessarily a love of violence for the sake of violence. Shillelaghs are sometimes referred to in yeah. So Shillelagh Law just means like when an Irish brawl broke out to solve the problem. That's Shillelagh Law. I like that. And Shillelagh itself has been explained as the accepted rule governing the usage of the weapon. Like, all right, yeah, you're allowed to beat each other with the stick. All right, number 2 pick. Or no, number 2 for you.
Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time.
That's Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I love that song.
He is a human scarecrow. He scares me. And
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because he looks like a scarecrow.
Paul
looks like
McCartney?
Yeah, he looks like the scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. Got that stupid like mop top haircut and weird nose, and he scares me, man. But yeah, it's a good one.
It's just I don't even really like the Beatles. By the way, one thing that's happened with COVID, got big into Led Zeppelin.
Oh, definitely don't want to hear about that. Definitely do not want to hear
means.
John talking about Led fucking Zeppelin, dude. Maybe you and
I
Rocket.
don't have a lot to say other than they make good music.
Maybe you can get some tats like Rocket. Get a sleeve of all the Led Zeppelin albums like a fucking loser.
No, that's Pink Floyd.
See, to me, honestly, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, same exact shit.
No, very different. I'll talk to you about it. I'll talk to you, John.
What'd you say?
I said I'll talk to you about Zeppelin. It's the only band that like their band member died and they actually were like, all right, we're done. And they never came back. Like they actually respected John Bonham choking on his own vomit to death.
Well, Sublime kind of did that, right? They never did anything.
No, they're back. They're Sublime.
They are
Rome now. It's like,
yeah,
for a while they were away, but then they're just like, oh, but we'll like call it out and say like it's with this other guy, but they're still playing.
If one of us dies, will you continue KFC Radio?
Me?
Put your money where your mouth is, man. You know? Would you just be like, all right, we're done with this then?
Wouldn't be called KFC Radio, I don't think.
Well, it depends on who dies now, doesn't it? I could technically still do KFC Radio. Can John do if I die, can you change the podcast? Would you change the name?
If you died?
Yeah.
Bro,
then it's a bad enough podcast name. It's a bad enough podcast name as it is. Now you got to be like, well, there used to be this guy. His initials were that. He's dead now.
Yeah, I wouldn't keep doing the podcast, but if I did, I would definitely just keep
Actually, that would make it a better name.
Yeah.
It would make more sense if you were like, yeah, my dead friend. And then they'd be like, is that the name on your wrist? No, that's another dead friend. It'd be a whole thing. Yeah, a whole fucking thing. My number 2 song, very little known song. I do this every year. So if you listen to the podcast, mail time back in the day. You might know it, but most people don't. Blues Traveler, Christmas. It's a 5-minute banger of a song that is just like a good, like if you like Blues Traveler songs, if you like Hook and Run Around, you'll like Christmas. And it is perfectly full of Yuletide cheer. But again, just a good song you can listen to year round, just happens to be good during Christmas. Number 3 for you, John.
I mean, I can't believe I'm gonna get it at 3, but I'll take Mariah Carey.
Yeah. That's what, like I said, there's Christmas.
It's one of those songs. I think 3 is a great spot to get it. It's one of those songs that people would be like, "Are you crazy for not taking it 1?" But it is actually a really good song. It's not like a. I'm trying to think of some of the Christmas, like I don't really like It's a Wonderful Life, so like I don't want it on my 5. But I'm not gonna put it on my 5 just to make other people happy. But then like 3, that's a value spot for Mariah Carey.
Sure. And it's also a victim of its own success. Like it is a good song.
Right.
But it becomes played out and it kind of becomes a thing. When can you listen to it? When can all that shit? Mariah's kind of a bitch, so it's like, but great at 3. Again, I'm just going with, I really need to do a top 10, because what I need to do is I have like 3 or 4 songs that I like that happen to be about Christmas. Then I need a handful of Christmas carols, and then I need a couple church songs, because there's a couple church bangers that go, but I'm not going to put that in the same category as some of these other ones. So I really need a 10. But for my 5, my number 3 pick, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Darlene Love, Alone on Christmas. It's got the E Street Band playing the music. It's in Home Alone. Darlene Love on the pipes. Oh, this will be perfect for your live stream. This will be the official song of your live stream, Alone on Christmas. If it's from Home Alone when he's driving across the bridge, when he's like in New York, if you don't know it, you'll like it. And it's got a very Springsteen feel to it because it's E Street. So they got the fucking saxophone. Clarence is on the saxophone. And it'll be the official song of your 24-hour depression stream.
Nick, what is I'm not gonna play any music on that, I imagine, right?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't. It'll get taken down.
We'll have like a kickoff on Twitter or some shit for your 24 hours.
I might be able to download you like free music so you have something, but I think it might be funnier if you're just.
I don't care. It's not like, it's not like I sit around all day listening to music.
You should sit there in
very
silence.
Very rarely music emanating from my apartment.
Your 4th pick.
4th, man. I can't believe I'm getting this one too. Santa Claus is coming to town, bro.
I don't like Santa Claus is coming to town.
Oh,
are you talking about the Springsteen one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I that song doesn't do it for me.
Really?
I think it's almost like Springsteen's doing an impression of Springsteen. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
It's like he's almost doing his.
But that almost works for Christmas stuff. It's like all Christmas is like a silly parody anyway.
Yeah, it's parody law. It's all making fun of itself. Number 4 could honestly be one of the greatest holiday songs of all time. Maybe just one of the greatest songs of all time by one of the greatest musical composers to ever exist, Michael Bolton. Your Love Is Like a Holiday. Mark my words, John. I don't know if you know it. If NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or Justin Bieber or some mega pop star sung this instead of Michael Bolton, even though he's big time in the 90s, but if a true star sung this, it would be up there with Mariah Carey. It would be that big of a banger pop Christmas hit.
Really?
Oh, it is. It's catchy. It's corny. It's stupid. It's got a great melody. It's Bolton, baby. Michael Bolton is that fucking dude.
Dude, I love Bolton.
Bolton is the fucking
favorite songs. One of my favorite songs of all time is Lonely Island, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yes. Yeah. Yo, some Lonely Island songs are just like, I Just Had Sex is like one of my most played songs on Spotify. Oh, by the way, Your Love Is Like a Holiday is not on, for some reason, it's not on streaming services. So you got to go YouTube for this one.
Really?
Yeah. They have like an instrumental on there, but there must be some rights issue. So you got to dig deep for it, but it's worth the listen. Your final pick.
Final one. I got a lot I could go with.
There's so many.
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Fire. the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
That one
Fire.
scares me.
It is scary. It's
Very
like
scary
when-
music for the holidays, you know?
a religious holiday. You should be a little
Bit.
right?
A little
It's
bit like whoop.
that's why I always say it's the best part about my life was moving out of my house. So the week leading up to Easter wasn't just fucking Passion of the Christ soundtrack on repeat from my mom, just fucking haunting music.
That shit is
Oh,
scary, dude.
Um,
Very scary.
but I think, and I just genuinely love this song. I think this is a great song. So I'm gonna go with it. It's Baby It's Cold Outside. I love Baby It's
Yep.
Cold Outside.
Yep.
It's the duet. I like a duet. Fucking I really can stay. It's you can argue about what the fucking meaning is and what's happening. The fact of the matter is it's a good song, and Louis C.K.'s new special was fucking wicked funny. So I don't care.
Yo, Louis C.K. is so good at talking about the awkwards. It's almost like he's leaned into his existence now. So he's just like, I mean, the 9/11 stuff is so funny.
Yeah.
When he was like, imagine if someone said 9/11 was just one 9/11. When one tower went down, it's just half a 9/11. Yeah, Baby It's Cold Outside, you know, it became this thing every Christmas now to talk about how it's rapey. And then I think it's because I watched one of those like corny Netflix Christmas movies with the one with Jimmy O Yang where he comes up with a safe version, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think the lyrics of that started to float around the internet. If anybody actually sings that like version, you are a colossal asshole. Colossal, wide open asshole. My last one is such a Jingle Bell Rock and Rocking Around the Christmas Tree are two very similar songs and picking between them is so hard. Also, White Christmas,
Yeah.
that one. But I think I got to go with that little beginning guitar, you know what I mean? That one is what? That's Rocking Around. I think I got to go Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
That's
Because of that little guitar riff in the very beginning. But Silver Bells is fire. The church ones, Hark the Herald Angels Sing and Oh Come All Ye Faithful.
Oh, come. Yeah, you're right. Those are good.
Those are dynamite sticks, dude.
On any church ones, but those are two good
In
ones.
church, you know, when you're singing that shit in church, when the choir is belting that out, that's big time, man. Those are like tears at Christmas church for those songs. So hit us up. There's so many to pick. So there's so many undrafted, but hit us up. What are your top 5 Christmas songs? And by the asshole today, let's get into a couple of them. I sent 2 to the group over like the last week. One was mega viral, and one I said was a doozy, right? So just a little background here. My cleaning lady's here. It's gonna be awkward. Okay.
No, wait, hang on. Let's pause. I gotta pee. That's gonna be insane.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad. Okay. This is an Am I the Asshole? I'm almost going to make myself into an Am I the Asshole for doing this Am I the Asshole in front of company. But, oh, man. I wish you were reading this one instead, John.
I mean, I can.
No, we're going to make this as funny as possible.
Okay.
Roommate walked in on me rimming my boyfriend this morning, and I don't know what to say. My roommate and I have been living together for about 6 months, and she's always one of my really good friends. We both have boyfriends and have always kept sex stuff to our rooms and keep to ourselves. I recently started eating my boyfriend's ass after he apparently read a post on Reddit about girls doing it. So he asked. It was never ever something I would even consider doing, or I can't even read right now. It was never something I would even consider doing, or ever want anyone to know I've done it. Seeing as how much he enjoyed it, I've actually found out I enjoy doing it. It's not as bad as long as he cleans up first. Last night we were watching a movie on the couch, my boyfriend and I, and it was late. My roommate had been sleeping. I didn't see her for a couple hours. After the movie, My boyfriend started to rub me. One thing led to another. I got off and I was done. So he asked me if I felt like rimming him. I said, sure. After a little bit, I needed a better angle. So I got on the floor and he bent over the couch, going completely naked, no blanket. We're into it. When I hear a whisper, oh my God, on our couch. No, I guess I hear a whisper, oh my God, on our couch. And my roommate's door slammed. There was no hiding it. It was clear as day what I was doing. My boyfriend was jerking himself off. And I had both my hands on his ass, spreading it all up in there. I'm embarrassed. I was even caught doing such a thing, and feel even worse that we were doing it on the couch. My roommate slept out tonight, and I haven't talked to her about it since. Any thoughts on this? Thanks.
Bro, I've had this happen to me. I was the girl in this situation where.
But that's okay. So all of it's awkward, but that's a lot less bad.
Yeah, it's definitely, but like, bro, what, on our couch? What?
Yeah.
What is it? The Queen's couch? Every couch you've ever sat on, every couch you've ever been around has got cum all over it. So
and I would actually argue that him hands and knees on the couch is relatively clean.
What's
it's almost worse if he's just sitting on the couch and you're like blowing him, then it's like he's like on the couch, you know? So that's actually salvaging your couch more than anything, unless you're just really like, if you're like, you know, Adriana Chechicking in, it's just like a slop fest, then whatever, you know, the couch is gone.
Making a meal out of it.
Just get out the knife and fork, you know?
I think there's like this. When you sent this text, I read the headline. I was like, I am not reading that. I wanted to hear it live. This is just, I was giving my boyfriend a rim job, and my fucking roommate's a cunt.
You know who this is bad for is the boyfriend. That guy can't look that roommate in the eye for a long time.
Oh, I can look him dead in the eye.
Dead in the eye. If you're like, dude, if you're on the couch, Sean, if you're on the couch like this, I'm going to fall over on my rolling couch. If you're on the couch like this, and then you're also like that, that's a hard one to come back from.
Kev, I gotta tell you, what that person experienced there, and this is something a lot of people don't understand. You're really just fucking working your balls like a speed bag.
It's just
like your balls just keep falling down
because of gravity. Yeah, because you're angled a little bit because your ass is out, so it's just falling into your
You just, it's like the ball in a cup, just fucking pounding. It's just a balloon. It's a balloon still on the string, and you're just fucking pounding it back in.
It's one of those paddle balls. It's the paddle ball with the rubber band on it. Because you're just going like, you just need to go like this. You know, it's just your dick is barely getting anything. It's just
just like, come on, man. And for some reason, you don't stop. You're like, no, I'm going to find an angle. There's going to be an angle where I can turn myself off without punching myself in the nuts.
He says, come on, man. Come on, man.
Bro, dude, is that not that's my, like, when I'm kind of, I watched The Alpinist recently, and like
Can we talk about that for a second? That's just a documentary about mountain climbing. It's not that good.
It was fine. I think he's a very cool guy. I'm with you. It was good.
You know, it's like if you're into that stuff, it's gonna be good. I thought this was gonna transcend mountain climbing. I was like, this is about mountain climbing. Okay.
Yeah. The character, or the man, Marc-Andre Leclerc, he very much reminded me of one of my friends. He reminds me of Graham a lot.
I could see that. Yeah.
So I was a little more invested for that reason. But that's the. Yeah, it's a very good documentary about mountain climbing. Yeah,
which is fine, but you know.
But I was thinking there are so many situations that they were showing was climbing where it's just a little, and I just be like, come on, man, like I'd be yelling at a rock, like, come on, man, what the fuck?
God damn it, dude!
Like, yes. Come on, man, is my go-to complaint to inanimate objects.
I do. You give a good come on, man, and a good Jesus Christ. Yeah. Those are your two solids. All right, this was the mega viral one, which I'll be honest is fine. I didn't think it deserved quite the praise. But Linda Carter got all into it. Wonder Woman. I don't know if she's like a cat. I don't know if she's a cat person or something, but she got sent it a lot. So she like live tweeted herself reading it. So that's, I think, why it got a lot of love. But am I the asshole for perpetuating ethnic stereotypes about jorts? This is about 2 cats in the workplace. We have 2 workplace cats in our area work site. They add value to the work site. We love the cats, and the cat's presence is not the issue. One of the cats is Jean. It's a tortoiseshell cat. The other is Jorts, a large orange cat. Jorts is kind of a simple guy. For example, Jorts can't open a door even when it's ajar. He just shoves it, whether he's going in or out. So he often closes the door when he's actually trying to walk through it. So he traps himself in places. He can't get out. He meows until he's rescued. My colleague Pam has been spending a lot of time trying to teach Jorts things. The door thing is the main example. It's a real issue because the cats are fed in a closet and Jorts keeps pushing the door closed. Jean can actually open the interior doors since they're a lever type knob, but she can't open this particular door if she's trapped inside the closet. Torty Jean is very nice to poor orange Jorts, and she is kept busy letting him out of rooms that he's trapped himself in. So they seem easy to resolve. I put down a doorstop. Pam then said I was depriving Jorts of the chance to learn and kept removing the doorstop. She set up a series of special learning activities for Jorts and tried to push put these tasks on a whiteboard of daily team tasks. I erased them. She thinks that we need to teach him how to clean himself better and how to get out of minor barriers, like when he gets a cup stuck on his head. I love Jorts, but he's just dumb as fuck, and we can't change that. Don't get me wrong, watching her try to teach Jorts walk through the door is hilarious, but Jean got locked in the closet twice last week. Yesterday, I installed a cat cutout in the door. Pam started getting really huffy. I made a gentle joke about you can't expect Jean's tortoiseshell smarts from orange cats. You can't expect Jean's tortoiseshell smarts from orange cat Jorts, which made Pam furious. She started crying and left the hallway, then sent an email to the group saying that I was perpetuating ethnic stereotypes by saying that orange cats are dumb and is demanding a racial sensitivity training before she'll return. By the way, not that I think it's relevant. I think it is. Pam is a white person and it's a mostly minority staff.
Oh, I mean, I don't think we're gonna have a debate here, right? Pam,
I think we know who the asshole is. It's that fucking orange cat, that idiot.
I think at the risk of incurring a racial insensitivity training, I think you can broaden it and just say white woman are the asshole. If there's a white woman involved in the story, she's the asshole.
Pretty much. It's tough out here for a white chick these days.
It is tough out here for someone interacting with a white chick, no doubt. There is like it is, and what sucks for them is that you're in our boat. You got the white guy treatment for most of your life, which means you can still get shit on. So it's tough. It's now like,
time to pay the piper.
It's like, go ladies, but also you guys are a fucking drain. It is.
I swear to God, if I wasn't attracted to white women, they'd just be useless to me. Just get rid of them. They're the worst. Yeah, Jackie pops on with her fat knuckles, giving the finger.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, like, look. The fact that she is like demanding to what seems to be quite a diverse workforce. She's demanding they all take racial insensitivity training because of how someone referred to her cat.
It's not even like her cats, like stray cats that just hang out at their office, which is weird.
It's like, yeah, this isn't everyone's the asshole because, like, I don't know, like, the person writing this seems to have a good head on their shoulders. Like, I don't know. There's the animal around the office. I kind of fuck around with it sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't
whatever.
really give a shit about it.
Right. I don't care if it lives or dies. Whatever.
Right. Like, I don't know if it gets trapped in the door and dies in there. Whatever. Who fucking cares? But like to say that to a group of, again, it seems to be rather diverse people. Like you guys all need racial sensitivity training because you said my orange cat. Because you said Garfield is dumb. Because you said the dumbest cat alive is fucking dumb.
That was like 21,000 retweets, 75,000 likes. Oh,
I
here's
mean,
an update. It's a long update. Let's see. I just met with HR. They had already met with Pam. HR will follow up. HR was concerned about Pam's comparing ethnic stereotypes with giving a cat a doorstop. HR also addressed Pam assigning other stuff to coworkers, which is not appropriate. This chick's gonna end up losing her job over this.
Yeah, she should. She should. There are some times where you think you see stuff that happens where it's like, well, that's someone got fired for that, and you're like, yeah, good. You're like, it might not be something you would typically be fired for, but you deserve to be fired for this. You
Right.
absolutely do.
Yeah, for real.
You should be fired. Like you should be fired for this, and it should go on your permanent record. You should be unable to get another job with this. Like, start an OnlyFans, Pam. You dumb goddamn bitch.
One last thing here. There are 3 buildings in our workplace. Jean and jorts are limited to 1. HR told me that there are 5 holdout employees about vaccines and restricting unvaccinated people from entering the building to protect Jean and jorts was enough to win 4 of them over. So 5 vaccine holdouts went and got vaccines because of these 2 goddamn cats. Everyone, I mean, fuck this place. Fuck this workplace. Everyone's an asshole.
Wait. Can you explain that again? Sorry, I didn't
I don't quite understand it, but there are 3 buildings. Jean and jorts are in 1. HR told me there are 5 holdouts who aren't coming to work as the vaccines, and they are restricting unvaccinated people from entering the building to protect Jean and jorts. I don't get it.
Oh, okay. So I don't get it either.
Restricting unvaccinated people from entering the building to protect Jean and jorts was enough to get 4 people to win them over.
So those people wanted to hang out with the cats so bad.
Yes.
They gave their principal.
Yes.
Bro, I gotta meet these cats.
These cats are amazing.
Like yeah, what am I missing with the cat? I gotta meet Jean and jorts.
The 2 greatest cats of all time. Jesus. All right. Voicemails, and then we'll do our interviews and we'll get out of here. Voicemails today are brought to you by Thursday Boots. If you're looking to get a high quality pair of boots this winter season, Thursday Boots is the spot to do it. They have high quality materials, all sorts of different leathers and suedes, all different colors, all different types of boots. They got the high ankle military boots. They've got the Chelsea boots. They got the brunch boots, and they are all made with leathers that are like I feel like Nolan's always like, I just got back from South America. I just got back from Mexico. He's sourcing leathers from like the finest places in the world.
He's all over the place.
He's jet setting for leather like a madman. So these are handcrafted boots that are honestly the best prices in the market because they don't have brick and mortar. They don't have a lot of the overhead costs, and so they pass all that on to the consumer. They're the lowest prices in the footwear industry for the type of boots we're talking about. High quality at honest prices. That's been their tagline since day one because it's full grain leather, supple glove leather lining, and gold standard Goodyear welt construction. It's like the legacy brands out there that charge hundreds upon hundreds of dollars, but Thursday boots start at just $149 with free shipping and free returns. And John, the smell, when you open up a new pair of Thursday boots, I don't even want to wear them. I just want to cover the box real quick to keep that smell in there. I just want to huff it like Charlie fucking Day, like doing Charlie work. It is the best smell in the game. Have you watched Sunny, by the way?
I have not seen the new one, no.
Dude, did you see the one, the roller rink though?
Yes, yeah.
Charlie walking on his toes to do the drug deal. Unbelievable. Anyway, we did a pair a couple years ago with the olive boots. We've got a pair of brown boots. I've got several pairs of Thursday boots. We've also worked with their sneaker subsidiary. So it's a high quality company that makes great footwear. And you can get a pair right now, you know, with that, some of that money that grandma gives you, any of that money you get for Christmas, you can get them yourself a pair of boots at thursdayboots.com. That's ThursdayBoots.com, and get those high quality boots that you'll wear for years with free shipping and free returns. Let's go. What do we got?
What's up, guys? Back in middle school, I learned how to solve one of these, and it's a Rubik's Cube for those of you listening. And it's actually very simple to do. It's pretty fast, easy. Once you learn like the 3 steps, you got it like a bike. So my question to you is, what is your Rubik's Cube? What is something that is incredibly easy, but people think is difficult and labor intensive? So that way you can impress people by not doing much.
Eating pussy. I find it to be incredibly easy, and I don't know why people are bad at it.
That is a great answer.
Right?
That's a great answer.
And I get rave reviews, and I'm like, I think anybody can do this.
Like,
I've
I've never even watched a how-to video. This is just
I never understand. I'm like, boy, some of you guys are really, really bad at this. But I also think the twirl. It's actually not that easy, but once you learn how to do it, it's easy. But learning how to do it is kind of tough. But once you do it, people are mesmerized by the twirl. The Rubik's Cube is an interesting one because I hear that they say, yeah, if you just, it's like you twist the top and the middle, top, middle, whatever it is, and you just keep doing that, and all of a sudden it'll work. And I'm kind of like, well, that's bullshit. And also when the people can solve it in like 3 seconds, doesn't that just mean that it started out from like almost finished?
I don't Rubik's Cubes baffle me. You could one of our famous ATI questions is like, do you rather go to jail for a year or you take a
do the Rubik's Cube.
Jail and you can
But that's what he's saying is like there's a formula to it that if you do it and just repeat it, it will eventually. I guess it's about how fast you can do it because you can sit there and I don't know, but it sounds like if you once you know it, and even a dummy could do it, even Jackie could do it.
right.
But
Fuck you.
If you tell me you can solve a Rubik's Cube, I am impressed with you. But
100%.
maybe we shouldn't be.
I don't. No, I am because it is like. I get what you're saying. I don't know, but Rubik's Cube will always baffle me. Will always impress me. I'll be like, wow, that was cool.
That was a magic trick. I guess magic is an interesting one. If you learn how to do like a card trick.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
The one for me, I don't know what I have now. The one for me that I always had was hands. I always had like I haven't used them in forever, but like I had wizard hands.
Oh no, that's like a talent though. That's hard.
But I didn't try. I didn't practice it.
But that's okay. But that's so you're just like that's different though. That's like being like it's not hard to like hit a 3-pointer because Steph Curry can do it. It's like he has a God-given talent.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know, like having good hands is a talent.
Like
this is something that like what's something anybody can do.
Well, but then I guess like in this game, wouldn't eating pussy be a talent that you just know how to do it?
I don't. That's what I mean though. It's just like it's not. I don't do anything special. It's just do it. Just stay down there. I don't know. It's like not that hard.
Fuck.
That might be the answer. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, yours. But like, so now I'm in my own head. I can't think like drinking. I could drink a lot. Is that
there's several extracurricular activities that you can do at an alarmingly large amount and amount of time. That is.
I can fucking party, bro. I can party. I can party.
You can. That's it. Yeah,
I can fucking
party. This is easy for me. Next up.
Yeah, that's what's your Will Hunting. Let's say this is just fucking easy.
Right.
I get. Are yours talking?
No, I can just babble. Blah 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 blah.
I don't. This. It's. I
You know. Okay. You know what's a good one? I get so much love for segueing ads on 1 Minute Man. I think for like 5 seconds about any of them. Like, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, oh, okay, this is about spending money. So I'll just say, like, you want to, this guy has a lot of money. You want to have a lot of money too? It's like, and people are like, whoa, the smoothest ad in the game. It's like, just think of one thing that the company has in common with the topic, and you're
Right.
good. Crazy. Next up.
What's up, KFC, Fights, Nick, Jackie, Pavs, everybody over at KFC Radio. Merry Christmas, first and foremost. So something came up in my head regarding Christmas presents. My mom is a lottery ticket giver at Christmas. Are we garbage for that? And B, are we also garbage for thinking that lottery tickets are wholesome and a great Christmas present? Wanted your thoughts. Have a Merry Christmas, guys. Peace. By the way, it's Mello from the 30 Rows Up podcast. See you.
This guy is just pumping us for free ads. 30 Rows Up podcast is going to be like number 1 on the chart soon. Shout out to all you garbage guys. This is their territory. Kevin and Foley can, I'm sure, hit you with this, but you're a big Scratchies guy. Also, Foley and Kevin have a new special out today that is, I think, chronicling like their whole like rise of Are You Garbage and then them going on tour, which if you're into like comedy, I'm kind of a nerd about that stuff. I think Are You Garbage is going to be one of the best like stories in comedy, like history, the comedy podcasting history, the way those guys, when the market was like totally saturated, those guys like found a way to stand out.
Yeah.
And I think this special, it kind of encapsulates that whole thing. I haven't seen it yet, but that's out now. So go watch it. I think there's some trashness to the lottery tickets.
I think I don't think so. I think it's one of the things that becomes so customary that it's not trash.
Is
Like-
it? I mean, I don't have anybody. I've never done that. I don't have anybody
Maybe
does
it's
it.
a New England thing, but like it's
Yeah.
like you get like a scratching in your stocking kind of.
It feels like something that like your uncle gives you. Like he comes over with smoking a cigar and he's like, "Here you go, kid."
Yeah.
And I get half if you hit anything big,
Yeah.
Anything over $2,000, your Uncle Jack's got to get that, right? But it also the way you always describe it is like you sit around with your family or you do it all together with your friends. So it actually sounds like a wholesome thing.
It is quite wholesome, and it is also though like it's a thing that so we do the full book. We get a book, $700.
Yeah.
And like you get about $100 worth of scratch, and you're like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I forgot that this is
a
dude.
lot.
We had friends who just kind of you just scratched off the barcode and then just checking the
Yep.
app rather than doing the fucking whole thing, because it is like it's usually like and it makes a mess.
Oh
It's-
yeah,
it's-
those
it's-
shavings.
some scratched off goes everywhere.
But,
But
now you had that mistaken jackpot the one time, right?
yeah,
But have you ever? And that was it. Have you ever won big?
we've won. I think this year again we had like a couple $100.
That's what I mean. Like one
We've
day,
had 2 years where like we won money and then like we went out and like drank and
that's
shit.
fun.
Yeah.
One day though, you're gonna get like 25K or 15K or something, and it's gonna be the best thing you've ever done. You'll
But
break
one of
even
the more
in your
fun
lifetime.
parts of it too is just fucking like we're like, all right, we have the potential to win $8 million here.
Yeah.
Right? And then we're like talking about like what houses we're gonna buy and shit.
Yeah,
like
it's like gambling. It's like
but it's not even like because we know it's not, but it's fun to be like, all right, like what do we get? Like it's almost like a fun. It's paying $700 to be inspired to have a fun conversation.
right.
We're like, all right, so what are we gonna get here?
Yeah.
Like you end up
That
having a
makes
good
sense.
time with it.
All right, last voicemail, and then we'll get into our interviews. What do we got?
What's going on, everybody? I'm watching Two Bears, One Cave right now, and it wasn't Tom. Bert asked Tom if his dick could talk, what does he think it would sound like? And he went through a series of fucking examples, and it got me thinking, like, dude, what would my dick sound like? Like, what it would sound like, personality, everything like that. And I'm sure most people would like to say that theirs would sound like The Rock, rock hard dick sounds like The Rock. I think mine would sound like Donnie Thornberry. That would be funny. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.
This is such a Tom and Bert question. I can see Bert being like, oh, this is good. Mine would sound like Barbara Streisand or some crazy shit. Sunday conversation with Caleb and Bert is very, very funny. Caleb did a great job throwing like hypotheticals and playing like games with Bert, and Bert lights up like a kid when he does those things. So go watch that. If your dick could talk.
I have one thing came to mind, Eeyore.
You get Eeyore, I get Snuffleupagus. Hi, Balls. How you doing, Balls? Good to see you again today.
He's just gonna do the same fucking thing.
Gonna smack it around again, isn't he? Oh, there's a girl tonight. Okay, that's fun. That's a change of pace. But you know what? You have to say that you'd have a soft and a hard voice, you know?
Yeah.
Like those are two different, like, you know, there's Eeyore John, but then there's like Party John. Those are two different guys, two different voices. Your voice changes. You do that thing where you go, you do that laugh, you know what I mean? You got two different sounds. So you know, your soft dick sounds like Snuffleupagus, and your hard one's like Elmo, like you know, like excited, like, you know.
I'll take that. Eeyore and Elmo, hell yeah. Well, what's going on, kids? Hey, what the fuck did you just say?
or I'll do my Scuba Steve, you know, like, hello, pussy. I'm Kevin's dick. And we're here. Me and my Mickey Mouse dick are here to enter you consensually. You say yes? Okay. Let's have ourselves a time. Wait 4 minutes. He used a Roman swipe, so maybe 7. We'll see how it goes. I can't. Jesus Christ. I can't believe I gotta end this. Okay.
I forgot you've been cleaning lady there.
Yeah, I have company, so it's time. Today's interviews are brought to you by Upstart. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am broke and my credit card debt is raging right now because of the holidays. Had to buy a lot of gifts, had to overextend myself to make sure everyone's happy, and Santa came and I have to fucking help. So, you know, now can be a stressful financial time, and Upstart is here to help you by providing a fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan, all online. Whether you're paying off credit card debt, or you are consolidating a high interest debt, or you're funding a big personal expense. Like I said, you have a big buy you got to make. Over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get one. It takes all your debt, puts it into one fixed monthly payment by giving you that personal loan that you can get without worrying about your credit score. They know that you're more than just your credit score. So they can assess your current employment situation and your income and find you a smarter rate for your loan. Just a 5-minute online rate check to find out what your rate would be for a loan that can get you between $1,000 and $50,000 as fast as 1 business day. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/KFC. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Today we got Ian Fidance on the show, who is just, you know what I love about Ian? He is just like an open fucking book, you know? Like, I would imagine there was a time where he was in the closet and wasn't upfront about his drug use and all these things that he's now like, I'm bisexual, I'm sober, I'm an addict, I'm a comic, I was abused, like all these things that are just like this crazy story that he's just so open about, that becomes so refreshing because you're just like, oh shit, we're just talking about this. It's all out there, you know? And he's so fucking funny the way he does it. And that voice, the look, the stash, all of it. Very, very funny, dude. So let's talk to Ian here on KFC Radio.
Like, is full of water weight.
Okay,
And
I challenge you with this.
have they ever gotten shampoo in their dick hole? No.
No.
And I
Have
don't
they
want
ever
to hear about
gotten
childbirth.
an
or any
erection at a
shit.
funeral? No. You'll
So
never
fuck
know what
you.
that's like.
Never know our struggle.
Yes.
You get one little bit of shampoo with some fucking some eucalyptus shit or that
Lavender.
tree oil, and you get that in your
Dude,
dick.
tea tree oil? Oh, it's like fucking picking chilies and touching your fucking pee hole. It's terrible.
Brutal.
Bro, how much shampoo did you guys fuck?
I
Wait,
didn't
you
fuck the
used-
shampoo, but
Did you use
Or,
shampoo
or
as
fucking
lube?
jerk off
like
with it?
as a kid, yeah.
It was so funny because I ended up like moving into the Four Seasons for like a couple weeks. It wasn't on my dime either. I promise. It was just like happened to work out because of work. And I'm pulling up, and the valet, they know me because we've stayed there before when we were doing shows with Dave and stuff. So they saw me like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And they're just taking out just like a really like mismatched shit out of my trunk. It's not like it's like a record player, it's like golf clubs and like albums and then like my bags. And he looked at me. I was like, I got divorced. He's like,
Yo, checking into a hotel with a record player and golf clubs. It is some shit. All right, the holiday season is approaching. All I want for Christmas this year is YouTube subscribers. We got to get to 100,000. I want that
Please, sir, can you
100,000
buy these
plaque.
subscribers?
We've got a goal for all you out there, for everybody. At 100,000 subscribers, Polly Feitelberg will join us on the show. Maybe. Well, if not, we'll probably have to trick her into it. But at 100K, you will get Polly content. So subscribe, click the bell icon so you get notifications so that you're always watching. Leave a comment below. Talk about it. Post about it. Spread word. Tell your friends. 100,000 subscribers on KFC Radio for Polly Feitelberg. Let's make it happen.